Huh?
And did it click over?
And we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's episode 42 of Dithra and 1001 Shards. I'm your host, the most GM Val. We have me and the crew here. We're gonna do some little bit of Dithra. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a recap. As last week, Honey Bear slash Kathleen ran her murder mystery, which claps up for her. I like her brother. Okay, person. Okay. Is it Afro? Oh, I thought it was Frozen. So I was anyway. So it's class up for that. And I'll do a little recap. So last session, we had a new character arrive. John had took a little bit of a breaky break and came back with a new character named Ramses. Um, the the quintessential. I'm getting too old for this shit. I'm a normal dude. I'm here to live my life. Listen, my pension is hitting in about 2 years. I'm at a 30-year pension. I'm not for the bullshit. I'm trying to live. So basically, Ramses gets hired on as a animal hand to deal with the animals in the caravan that the rest of the party was going to join with after roughly about a week. All of you all essentially re-met as a group in a new tavern called, and I'll give you guys inspiration. Do you guys remember the name of the tavern?
Scorched Mirage in Kabundo.
Hey.
The owner is Zafira Sandstrider.
Yes, inspiration. I'll give you two. I'll give you two inspirations for that. You got the name of the proprietor. So there you go. There notes. I'm about to say. And I'll pop up the picture as well. Boop. All right. So as you all re-met up there, Ramsey was like, "Listen, I haven't taken a bath in like 47 hours. I'm dusty and trusty. I don't want to sit on these nice mats." So you kind of sat on the floor, while the rest of the party here was essentially smoking hookah, having a good time. While this was happening, you had Irene go back to the proprietor after asking one of the waitresses or wenches, whatever, to get some of that roca nut or some of these illegal goods. She went back there and she discovered how it feels to chew five gum, and she got super high. Like snot, sweat, just literally like if Oding's like a 7 out of 10, she was like 6.9999999 repeating. It's like right there at the line. But she didn't, cross over there, but since she just passed out after Ramsey's pretty much, I think you declined. So she was kind of chilling there out there for a minute in the back room while you guys talked amongst each other and got to know you guys a little bit better. As Ibrahim in his roguish, I guess, charmish Errol Flynn ways, talked to Ramses and recruited him, do some tasks. But Ramses was like, "I'll help, but like, I got like a hip replacement. I can't do all the shit that y'all can do. Like, what I'm saying? I'm old, man." But he still decided to join the party officially at rotations. As you guys noticed that the caravan was going to leave in a couple of days. So essentially, you guys did a couple other minor quests around town that weren't very successful before leaving. As you guys joined the official caravan, when you first were basically kind of gathered around outside of Ramses, the caravan was very sparse and there wasn't that many people because people were coming in. This time, as you guys rejoin the caravan, there's dozens of people there. There's large tortoises and camels and all manner of creatures and people from various skills here to dig forth and journey into the waste to see if the spot they find is accurate. Though with Irene's being able to read, I feel pretty confident. You guys also bought some additional goods and backpacks and things like that as you guys headed along. The first couple of days were pretty uneventful. You guys got pretty far. And the first couple of days, it wasn't anything super crazy. Though you guys did fight some gigantic dragonflies. And you guys almost died, but almost shoulda, coulda, woulda, doesn't matter. Outside of I don't know, shoulda, coulda, woulda games. But you guys did not get hit or die. Ramsey's literally, I remember, and this is probably one of my favorite ones looking back, was Ramsey's like, hold up, they're beside me? City boys?
Yeah. I Scooby Dooed the fuck out of them.
He said, I got one SP in a dream.
I was trying to get an angle on them.
Yeah. The angle of life is what you are looking for.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to get my groove back. But you know, you guys did survive that. I believe Irene killed two of them with her sling, like she was David from David and Goliath. Just you know, for me, I kept thinking about like Call of Duty's like triple kill, double kill.
UAV online, should call that shit in.
No, but she was fragging.
She's like that player in League of Legends that always just fucking waits to get the last hit on something.
He'll confirm, man.
It's like, I'm the ADC, I need the form. It's
hey, more team gold is all I say.
But nevertheless, you guys did clear off that, and you guys progressed forward, finding a couple minor boons here and there. But nothing super crazy, as you finally got, after several days, to the main region where you think this tomb is at, but you guys have not found it yet. Though you're searching this area to see where you can find it, and if you do find it, you think you probably have to uncover some things. So right now, you're in the waste, trying to find a tomb. See if you can get rich. Okay, so those are my notes. Did I miss anything? Don't remember.
Other than just us doing some mundane work, really. In between.
Yeah. Like outside of like I said, you guys were pretty much in town for a couple of days doing minor stuff, but nothing super crazy that was like something to write home about. But okay, so let's see here. It is 1 second here. All right, it's day 4 out of 24, day 490. So I know for you guys at home, the 490 is for the total time the party, like the world has been basically generated, basically. So allows me to keep track of some things. But let me go here. And I believe I said you guys need a certain amount of successes to try to find this place, correct? As you guys were searching this region. That's what my notes tell me.
Sounds right.
Okay. All right. That makes sense to me. Okay. So, so we're gonna go here. So who is the explorer? I think Ibrahim.
Me.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing some exploring stuff. So, please, because this is in your wheelhouse, give me your explorer roll. D100 plus your intelligence plus your 2 plus any other bonuses you got. All right.
84.
1 second here. Okay, so you feel as if, as you're kind of exploring this area here, you're easily kind of carving. Feel like it was a sound. As you're carving out this kind of region here, you feel as if you're close, as you don't think there's maybe only a couple more spots where this tomb could be if it is here in this area. So, as a general, I would say you're at 2 out of 4. You need 2 more successes to try and find this place.
Hey,
but
we're making headways, guys.
Absolutely. Let me update the day as nothing happens, no boons, no misfortunes. As also in this time as well too, the degree of success and failure has risen from minor to normal. So it is normal. Normal is misfortune and fortune. It's not minor. Because you guys are in the thick of it, the danger zone. All right. So it is now day, and that day goes past without any problems. Give me another explorer's roll for day 491 / day 5 out of 24.
go. Big luck. Big luck. Ooh, bad luck.
Okay, let me double check. I don't think that's a misfortune.
Nope, just cleared it. If it's
barely.
it's just a regular misfortune, right? We're not in
Yeah.
minor, we're not in made. Yeah. Woo!
Just a deep. But that day goes past without any major problems. Nothing super crazy, super dangerous. It's a pretty normal day. You feel as if this is some flavor here. There was a thick coating of sand that kind of obscured any kind of tracks, causing you to kind of retread some previously looked at places because the sand pretty much wiped out any kind of tracks you had or any kind of animal tracks that you were using to kind of as a guide to scour this place. But you were unsuccessful that day, and your boss looks at you like, "I'll pay you money by a day. You better get this shit right." Also, don't forget every single day is 75 experience points.
Oh yeah. Hey,
But
the
it's-
desert is treacherous. It's not my fault.
He said, "Listen, man, you pay me fucking how to pay for this shit, dude."
We're
but
alive and unarmed. You should feel lucky.
he looks at you and says, "Listen, me to find my damn tomb." But day 492, 6 out of 24.
Is our caravan leader still feeding us rations, or are we eating our own?
He's still feeding you, yes. There hasn't been anything that would cause you not to be able to be fed, as nothing has attacked you or, damaged your cart to where you couldn't take your stuff.
Okay.
So no rations being taken out yet.
We
Or
haven't had any major fuck up yet, but when it
no
happens,
major fuck up yet. All right. So it's another day. Give me your D100 roll, Ibrahim, over your explorer's roll.
Oh, much
Hey,
better.
all right. That is a success. But it's not a fortune. So you now need one more. You're at 3 out of 4. You need one more. As you're successful, you feel as if you're right there. You're right there. You see like broken figurine, like broken statue pieces and stone kind of monolith pieces that definitely were like signs of a place near here, but you can't exactly find exactly where it is. With the sands, it could be right under your feet, it could be a couple miles away, but you do know it's in this general location. You feel as if a little bit more time, you should be able to find this place. But definitely you find definitely see things like it.
While he's been looking for places, being the survivalist, I'm watching for tracks, listening for any crazy noises, like some sort of animal, some sort of sandstorm, gusts of wind, anything that could potentially need us to hunker down. I've been behind, just kind of right behind him, listening and watching for all of that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and so far, this place here, you've been pretty lucky. This is definitely an area where probably bandits or monsters that would attack creatures just outside of the road, because there are two major kind of roads here and here. So you definitely think that this is probably either prime bandit territory or prime monster territory, because they would probably hunt the people that lived that were traveling down the roads. But so far, and you've been outside of that one time, you've been pretty lucky. But you only been out here 7 days.
I just wanted to know that that's what he's been doing the entire time.
Absolutely, I got you.
Ibrahim, are you sure we're not going in circles? Sand that dune looks like the last 20 dunes we've passed by.
It sure does, but I'm telling you, we're getting close. I can feel it in my explorer bones. My dingling is dingling. There's treasure nearby.
Inspiration to Mark. My ding-a-ling is ding-a-ling. His
ding-a-ling must always point north.
The first time I'll ever say,
I've
don't
never
keep it
heard
in your
that
pants.
in my life. I've never heard my ding-a-ling is ding-a-linging in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the funniest shit I heard in a while, dude. That's a line you can only use in like 5 places without getting locked up, ladies and gentlemen. Well, 5 places. Hey, that's a good spot. Let me But yes, and I'll give Jake inspiration too. And that was a good point. It always points though. That was pretty good. That was pretty. But all being said, is day 493, 8 of 24. Please, Mark, give me your explorer's roll.
All right, for the win or for the fight?
Let's do it.
Hey.
For the win!
What a win! Very nice. Absolutely, you are successful. All right, so let me show you what you see. All right, so Mark, as you're exploring here, people are doubting your abilities, your skill. You're that guy. They don't know, but you're Nathan Drake's long lost grandfather. You are Ezio Auditore's long lost cousin. You are that person. And after out of taking shit, being doubted, you finally crest a nice large sand dune. You find on top of this, like right behind this sand dune, is this. Let me show you what you see. You see a massive kind of building that is carved into the side of this rock face or sandstone rock face. You see that all the prefaces to the building here are all made out of sandstone. And even though this is very ancient, you think this is at least several hundred years at least old, these things are incredibly well made. You think that as an explorer, you read, this has to be either a former place of worship, or this is probably a place of worship, business, or a tomb of some kind. And with that, Funky Monk here, I'll say Ibrahim for essentially doing a task related to your job. I say you gain 2,000 experience points.
Oh shit! Nice.
Explore stuff. It's your job. Do. All right. And as you see this place here, let me take you over to a different map. Let's make sure this all works out here. My light's right. But yes, as you see this place here, do you approach, or what do you do as you find this place, Ibrahim?
I'm going to ask my friend Omari to scout ahead, because that's not my shit.
I just find the place. You look through it.
I found it. Now go see if it's dangerous or not.
Do you follow his advice, or do you say, no, the way my credit is set up, I'm good?
I know I'm gonna start kind of making a berth out wide around the edge of the main entrance, out kind of, if this image is somewhat
I'm not
accurate
now, but yes, it is. Yeah.
Make a wide berth so as to not be dead on the doorway as far as vision. Get a wide berth so I'm coming up along the edge of the mountainside, or the sandstone, whatever. And on the way in, I'm gonna be looking for any tracks, any weird markings, anything that looks like boot prints, shoe prints, animal tracks, drag marks, wing buffets against sandstone, anything like that.
I'm about to give me 2 shakes and a shimmy, and I'm gonna. All right. I just moved over to a different map. Let me just update the lighting here. And let me make sure you all have vision. Vision. But yeah, let me double check here, as I forgot you guys actually. For some reason, this is very frustrating. So I keep saving you guys as token, but for some reason it keeps like defaulting your name. It's the most frustrating.
That's all right, man. I'll just change it.
That's what I keep changing it over. It's all good.
All right, let me put this in daylight mode. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Hey, yo. So you kind of see these kind of statues, as you get closer on the pillars, and they're basically outside of ignore the Anubis face. They're really more faces of people, And I would say, Irene, give me a scholar check. So use your intelligence plus your I guess your scholar bonus is 2, and a D100. And this is a
Bookworm.
scholar.
Hey, Bookworm, you ever seen anything like this? Read anything in a book like this?
Hold on, I'm thinking.
Yes, you have.
Whatever
Yes,
it
you
is,
have.
it's incredible.
No.
Oh, I thought. Oh, I
Speechless
thought it was.
right
Even, yeah. Okay. You have not. Okay.
I got spit in my eye.
I thought. I thought Ibrahim was your role. I'm like, wow, she rolled really good. Okay. Irene, as
Two
you
69s in a row. Who would guess?
That's a different kind of party, ladies and gentlemen. But Irene, you kind of look through this here, and the faces are too damaged and too warped, and you can't really tell by their garments of the statues of what these things are. But you can definitely tell they're probably people of value or worth, because people just don't make the bus drivers statues. So that all being said, you're drawing blanks.
Would you know how old it is?
I would say with her role, I would say, it is very old, very very old. How old is very old? Not know.
Somewhere between, I don't know, maybe 20 and 20,000 years.
Okay, okay. So these several hundred years old. You know that much.
20,000's pre-cataclysm, I doubt. I mean, it's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
It's
So,
the temple of the first shard.
Yeah,
and no, I'd be down. That'd probably in the north.
we found it.
Wow, it changed continents. This is in the north. It's, but you see here that it's actually the doors are actually open. And you see that this place is covered in a massive thick layer of sand. So inside of this place here, you think by looking at the doors that it was closed, but you think from time and erosion that the locking mechanisms or controls definitely warm the doors, or just being hit with so much force has caused the doors to be open, and then once they opened, it was done. They are fully open now, and you see the inside of this foyer place here. Inside of this place is a thick layer of sand and dust. It's at least, I would say, 1.5 feet deep sand. So this has probably been here for definitely decades, at least, if not maybe centuries.
I'm gonna start stepping towards the statue here, slowly, and I'm listening for any sort of potential mechanical mechanism or anything that would look like a trap.
I would say
between there.
Give me your survivalist roll plus and that's to use wisdom here because you're trying to listen for things. So use wisdom plus whatever bonus for your scholar roll is. I mean for your survivalist roll.
Well, is this considered? This isn't considered in the wilderness, right? So it's
no.
So it's just my +2 for being. Okay.
See.
Regular old
27.
perception.
All right. No, I mean, give me your D1. Give me your D100 plus your wisdom. Using your wisdom bonus.
Oh, using the wisdom bone. Sorry. Got it.
We're still learning together.
47. So 55. 57.
55 is enough. So as you scour through this kind of statue here, there are no hidden contraptions that you can see from here or in any of these statues that you kind of search through. So I would say for that roll, you search all of the statues so that way you're not just individually rolling up statues. You don't find any.
Okay.
You don't find any mechanical traps, but what you do find though is that all these statues, you're not a mason or something like that, but these are incredibly nice statues. You feel as if these are probably worth something to someone. Now you probably can't move them, but This is probably worth a pretty penny to somebody. You definitely think your expedition leader is probably going to sell this information. Um, in general.
All right.
And Ibrahim, you're an explorer, so I'll give you some context here. Tombs they're not a dime a dozen here in the region, but they're definitely more uncommon than like legendary, right? Because of the amount of people that have lived one, long lives from shards, which is common knowledge, or two, as a lot of powerful people that have lived and died in the region. So finding a tomb isn't worth that much. It really depends on the quality of the tomb or the location. These statues here indicate that whatever is here, they had enough wealth to make 4 massive statues. These things are like 15, 20 feet tall. This isn't a normal, like, just a sealed building. It's probably a place of immense or great wealth. As context. But
Make sure to
said,
map all that shit up.
Makes sense. But you don't find anything that was strange in these statues, Ramsey. Not Ramsey, Omar.
I'm gonna continue to move forward now that I see no traps or think of no traps, and I don't know whether it would be considered here or here, but I'm gonna tuck right up under the edge so I'm not in the doorway itself.
Yes.
Take the mirror out of my pack, and I'm actually going to use that to peer around the corner in to try to clear as many of the corners in this initial
cutting the
country.
pie.
Yep.
Cutting the pie. I got you. You get 25 experience points for using pro strats.
Val, sorry to stop. Am I supposed to see anything? I just have a black map.
Oh yes, I am so sorry. Let me give you some. No, appreciate that. Wait, let me drop you.
I
I
wasn't sure if he was just moving in.
Let me give you. It's weird. 1 second. Let me drop you a new token because yours has vision. How about now?
No.
Okay, 1 second. Anything?
Yep, I can see now.
Okay, let me delete this one then.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. Oh man, I was like, dude, thank you for telling me, because I was like, man, they're like, what's going on? You guys are really vivid over here. But yeah, yes. So you use and you get 50 experience points for that, Ramses, because I totally thought you had vision. Omari, so you cut the pie here with your mirror. Look around this kind of hall. You see that this hall is supported by very large pillars. The ceiling of this place is at least, I would say, somewhere between 20 to 25 feet tall, which is unusual. For context, making a building out of rock is extremely hard to do. And for someone to carve ceiling that are 25 feet tall means that they had to have a lot of people doing it. So that's something you would definitely notice. Most tombs, most buildings are 6-7 feet tall max. Let's see.
But besides the sand and whatever that's blown in from the doors being open, it's all just carved out of sandstone, smooth.
Correct.
Okay.
All the walls that you see here are definitely are not like placed in here. They definitely were carved out of the stone itself. Because you don't see any like mason like brick lines. It's smooth. So it's definitely like they just smoothed out the rock and then they place rock inside of here.
No like murals carved into the walls or into any of the pillars or anything like that?
From inside of here, no, you don't see anything out of here that really stands out to you.
Any like sconces on the wall, like this was potentially used as a ceremonial site and had torches and stuff lit, or
because of the wind damage and erosion over time, it's hard to tell what's actually on the walls. The walls are very smooth here. You can definitely tell that anything that was on the walls, maybe hanging from the walls like that, either is under a foot of sand or was not there at all. So you can definitely tell there's some serious wind damage to these walls here. As a survivalist, you know how erosion works. So wind damage is a very slow process. So for there to be wind damage of this degree means that this place is exceptionally old. Somewhere between 300 years and thousands of years old, potentially.
Omari, a young man like you seem far too cautious. I could send the goat in. He's seems to be a little bit braver than you are.
You think that's gonna scare him? Why don't you go walking on in here without knowing what's in here? I mean, obviously, given how old this thing is, there's a lot of people that would probably kill to get inside here and get whatever's in here. I'm just not taking that chance.
There might be a lot of people getting killed getting inside here.
Well, Butu might be able to see if it's safe. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out some kind of crushed grain and goes to it, pats it on its head. It's wide, like weird rectangle eyes, just kind of looking in different directions with a dumb look. And he'll kind of lure it in a little bit with some food, and then he'll urge the goat.
I just imagine you pulling a whip out, just smack it on the ass.
Oh yeah. Once he gets in there.
And the goat definitely does. You get 150 experience points, Ramses, for using your goat in a creative way. I thought that was kind of cool. As you send the goat out, give me a 1d3.
All right.
Give me a 1d3.
Maybe something comes through the sand and eats it. Just go whole.
All right. This thing immediately and runs, and it and it hooks it here, and then it runs. Hold on.
Just
it runs,
flopping away,
and it runs some more.
And I'm intently listening. I'm intently listening to what's going on.
As everyone is listening, like, okay, what's going on? You hear a loud, and then you hear. And then you hear the tearing of flesh. It sounds like I don't think it's anything like medieval I can describe, but it sounds like you know when a bear eats like a goat? That's what it sounds like, ripping the flesh, the skin off the flesh,
crunching through the bone.
You're like slurping, like it's like ripping the skin off, getting to the innards, and just slurping out the innards. It's a really sickening sound.
There's something. There's something in there.
So
you
I
definitely
guess
know
we get
that
the
it was
guards.
Yeah. So there are definitely guards here. So they would say here, they're gonna take their time and kind of sky through, step by step. But if anyone wants to go inside and maybe try to get the first dibs, you can. But they're definitely going to be more of a like every day, like day one here, day two, this one, like that. So it's going to be a lot more methodical. But for anyone that wants to risk it for the biscuit, you definitely can. But if you guys want to do that, so
how far down the hallway did it sound like that goat made it before it got crunchy? But did it sound like
I will tell you in seconds. I'll tell you in seconds. The goats are pretty fast. Everyone knows that. I said about it ran full speed for about 4 seconds.
Okay. I will to see if I can get a visual on potentially what this thing is that's eating the goat. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna sneak through to this corner, just standing here right at the corner with the mirror up and around to see if I can either see the goat like on the ground or the creature.
So one, I'm just gonna give you the like this vision too, so you can see this too, right? Because you're it's a corner thing, so you can see me move your token, right?
Not at this. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, now I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see that and
Yep.
that because you're cornering.
Yep.
Um, so you see that this is definitely a tomb, as you see a sarcophagus here. And there is gold on the outside and anything like that, but what you do see is that it has very intricate carvings into it. And there's very little wind damage here. You definitely see that the wind definitely can't get through the corners like that and do any wind damage here. And inside of here, you do see there's some murals, but you don't. It's hard to tell because there's very little light in here outside of the light, the natural light coming from the things. And so, so you see on the tomb itself, from the little bit of natural light you have, the tomb has intricate carvings on it. Though you're too far away to really see what they are.
Yep.
But you detect no sign of the goat outside of the tracks that go from. 1 second here. From. Let's see what you see here. Where's my ruler? From like here to here.
Okay. Then I'm gonna, seeing that, kind of taking that time, seeing the intricate carvings and everything. With standing here, obviously seeing this is like a pool that I'm seeing just across. Like a.
Yes.
Okay.
And what you know that pool is filled with water.
Okay. Then I'm gonna just come back to the doorway. The goat took off down another small hallway through a little opening on this right-hand side. There is a tomb in there with some interesting carvings. Murals on some kind of murals possibly on the wall. I mean, it looks old. The opposite direction's a pool. Lots of water in there. Kind of looks. It's actually clean, surprisingly. But it looks
you
like.
know that to be highly unusual.
Yep.
For what this tomb is and how old this is, the fact that there's water in that pool seems extremely unlikely to be possible.
Whatever the creature was that took Butu is probably large. If we want to act, we should do while it's eating. But my vote is to leave that thing the fuck alone. I'm gonna see myself.
With my credits set up right now, I'm gonna.
So the one thing it does look like though is that when you turn this corner, it's a larger open room, and then there's a secondary hallway that the goat tracks lead down. So we might be able to swing in and at least take a look inside this tomb area as long as we keep our eyes and ears open. At least check out that tomb side of it, possibly across the way to the fountain. I mean, it is weird. The biggest thing, it is weird to have clean water inside a tomb that's hundreds of years old.
Ibrahim, give me your explorer check. So you can use intelligence for this as well. Intelligence plus your bonus and stuff like that. D100.
Oof. I have no fucking idea.
Misfortune! Dun dun dun! All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, as Ibrahim, you're kind of listening around and doing things like this, just checking around, doing explorer stuff. You kind of slip and fall and kind of bang your head against one of these like stone doors, and it's a loud boom. It doesn't do any damage, but it's exceptionally loud, and the slurping you hear immediately stops. That being said, what you also notice is that from pieces of things together here, is that these doors were not actually just open from being pushed open. From the wind, these doors were actually pushed open by like a force or a being or a creature. You can see that the lock was destroyed. There's a hole where the lock was. That is gone. It was hard to tell at first because you're not sure if that was just the door being eroded or whatever. But further inspection, just kind of staying around as Amari does James Bond stuff. You notice that specifically as an explorer.
So it would be kind of an intelligent creature, I guess. That's even more
The
dangerous.
slurping has stopped.
Say, guys, maybe we should pull back. And I will pull back.
That is wise.
Maybe
Catch
you
y'all on
should
the
watch
flip
your
side.
maybe you should watch your damn step. What the hell are you tripping for?
It's all this goddamn sand in my eyes. I can't see anything.
Sand is coarse. It gets everywhere.
I hate it.
I'll roll back to this corner.
All right, Irene, you're sitting there basically on some Rosetta Stone stuff. What are you doing here as all these things are happening?
So while they've been doing, she's kind of had her book out about the area that she used to help find it, and she's kind of like flipping through it and looking at the statues.
Okay.
Just kind of taking some notes.
All right. Give me your intelligence check. Plus D100 plus 2. For your scholarly stuff. Cause she's a smart chick. Smart chick. Alright. So far reading, do you happen to discover anything that may help you? There's nice pictures, but so far nothing really stands out to you in this book. It must be deeper inside. That all being said.
What I can say is I don't know much about places like this, but I do know the nature of beasts. And that scrawny goat is only just enough to whet its appetite. I do have a spare. We might be able to spring a trap. But it will be dangerous. If we want to lay claim to this place. Though there is a big caravan full of other people, and I'm not getting paid for this.
My dog's still watching.
But I do know the nature of beasts. I'm willing to do it, but I don't think I can kill it myself.
And also, I want to reiterate what too, as you say that, like you all know that, the caravan over time will indeed explore this place here, and you know what will happen. It's just that there isn't like no one's going to stop you from going inside and trying to find your own stuff, right? So the task of things you guys are assigned to do, that's what they're paying you to do. But if you want to go above and beyond and go scour and search, you can. Just know that they definitely are not going to go behind you blindly and also potentially die. So you know, over time
Ramses,
they'll probably, yeah.
How many beasts would you do you know many beasts that just nest alone? Do you think there'd be more than one in here? Whatever this is?
It's very rare that large predators hunt in packs. There are some big cats, but most are solitary. It is possible.
No, I mean, yeah, no, but I'll say,
but I don't know.
say,
Yeah, would I know about this area?
I'm trying to see here. Give me your D100 plus your wisdom plus 2, as you're using some of your animal knowledge. See if you can kind of think of any predators that could be in this area that would kill a goat that fast.
Wisdom.
That goat probably had more HP than us.
Very
More than me.
nice. So, what you know is that, being native here, the only so you know of a okay, you've heard stories of creatures that are intelligent. They're more on the rare side, but definitely some that have intelligence. You know of creatures that definitely use the burial grounds and tombs and or ruins as their basically lair or stomping grounds. These creatures are usually solitary predators. They're usually and this is just stories of them. Let's put this in chat.
So this is more like a folklore. Like my mother used to tell me stories of.
This is
the beast
definitely
that
not
would-
something that you've seen or even like kind of heard of in real life. It's definitely more of a folklore kind of thing.
That's how he'd spin it. When I was a child, my mother would tell me of stories of large beasts.
And that's what it is, Kulanti.
Or
You've heard of this kind of story of this creature that pretty much lives in these kind of ruins or tombs, making its home there, and then deep inside of these places, creating almost like primitive art, using the bones of the bodies or their kills, or even the corpses of the things.
Are they bipedal in the stories? Or are they on all
Yes.
fours? They're bipedal. Wow.
Correct. They're also anywhere. They're usually anywhere between, in the stories, 8 feet to 12 feet tall. You don't know what side of that is the accurate side, but they're much bigger than humans, but not like giants.
Yeah. I thought they were just stories they told bad kids before they went to bed.
In these stories, did they bury themselves in sand or?
That you do not know. All you know is that they make their homes inside of tombs, and they use either the bones of the things inside of these tombs or ruins, or they make or the things they kill they make into like primitive art.
But it sounds like what you're saying though is that they hunt alone. They live alone, one predator in an area. If that's what this is, I want to go check out this water because I'm fucking thirsty. And he starts not marching, but walking quietly, keeping his eye on the door opening where the goat went with the creature, and starts making his way over to this side. Is gonna use the mirror to check through there just to make sure there isn't anything in there.
Yes, as you kind of, because obviously angles. As you look here, you see that this pool is covered along the edge with various bones and various bone-like primitive art all around the edge of the pool. And it's not like like, oh, a wolf bringing over a bone or two. Like, it's actually very intricate. You see that they've used various bones to kind of form different shapes and sizes, and definitely different things. You definitely see things like bones shaped in what you could interpret as a sun or a moon or like a herd of animals. With that information, you think that whatever did this is not dumb. You don't think it's probably not as smart as a human, but it's definitely smarter than like a toddler for sure.
Okay.
And
do I see any other creatures inside there when I first?
Nope, you just see literally this place along, like, so the floor itself is covered in just sand and just sandstone, but along the kind of steps is definitely filled with those are sconces. There's no light coming from there. The pool is actually still filled with water, which is unusual.
All right. Well, seeing that there's all this art, and just having a second ago heard this story that they use the bones to create primitive art somewhere, is gonna then turn back out and come up. Ramses, I don't necessarily think these stories you were told as a child are false. Around that pool is a bunch of primitive art. The sun, moon, all manner of bones shaped into art. So I have a feeling that them stories were true. It might be smarter to decide on that trap you want to set if that's what we want to do. Otherwise, we let these guys come in and clean this up. But we might want to get ourselves away from this door, because if he just ate that goat and them stories are true, bones are going to be coming that way.
Then it won't be able to resist. We can do it. So
The
how
question
should we?
becomes,
Ramses, as you say this, You hear like something just fall right here in this general area. Well, actually, everyone hears that. But as you say that, as you say like we should do something here, you hear something drop, and like a
The startled glance over. What did it sound like? Something like pottery or something broke?
no,
A
it sounded
goat
like
carcass?
it sounded like a carcass landing on the ground.
A slump.
We
thrown.
don't see anything.
Correct. You just hear it, and it's coming from this in this general area here. So it's not like really close, actually.
Do we see something come out and like splat on the ground?
No,
Or
you
we
just
hear it coming from back here?
Yes, you hear it coming from this general area here of a.
Got it.
I
Of a
say
carcass.
we make ourselves scarce. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, hearing whatever they spin, the staff comes out at the ready, and then starts like backing up, like sticks the staff out. Come on, Bookworm starts backing her up from the door.
Don't stand. Don't stand.
I want to see the art.
You'll become the art. Damn
Yeah.
fool! Get out of there.
She'll go with Amari, but she's not happy about it because she really wanted to go in there and see
Man, I'm
it.
trying to get. I'm trying to get my thesis done for my graduate.
My doctorate.
I'm not
But I
saying
think-
Bookworm. I'm not saying you can't go in and see that art. Just right this second might not be the smartest idea.
And as Ramses does say this, give me a scholar check, Irene, which is your intelligence plus 2 plus 200. As let's see if you have researched this before.
Oh my god.
You have not researched this before.
That's why she wants to go in so bad.
But as you pull back here, you see some of the caravan, the guards, cause like it's like you guys just got here maybe like an hour ago max, so they're still like settling down tents and things like that, make sure everything's set up and good to go. But they say and we're gonna start bragging early tomorrow. We're gonna try to make sure the that foyer area is safe before we kind of go any further. If you guys want to go in there and explore, we're not gonna stop you, but good luck. So that's so you see so behind you, I would say maybe about 100 feet behind you is like several tents and caravans and things like that just set up, just getting ready to get ready for tomorrow. So people are drinking coconuts and things like that, eating coconut flesh, and just trying to kind of stay busy. And also, I assume, Ramsey, you tell other people about this animal or this myth that you heard?
Not yet. Not
Okay.
until we decide what we want to do.
Well, people have still been like, oh, we gotta get people are doing the celebratory money dance and the money dance. And they found this place here, and they think they're gonna get paid. I'm talking like paid in full, big paid, cabbage patching right now.
In Irene, in your experience with a tomb, just random tombs, not necessarily this one, is there gold caches, copper caches just stuck in them usually, or I mean, besides
Yes.
the information and the statues and the what else of value would be in these things?
Give me a I would say this is give me a scholar check, Irene. Now obviously you know that probably currency is in there, but let's see if you research specifically what else could be in here as well. All right,
Finally.
I believe that is a fortune. So let me tell you, I believe it's a fortune. Like, if that was like one off. You want to tell me, real quick?
Fortunes for novice is 84, journeyman's 86.
Okay, sweet. All right. So this is another thing. So you get a fortune there. So I will give you, I would say, as a fortune, you get additional 250 experience points as you have a bit of a brain blast. But what you know specifically is tombs are not only known for having gold or currency, but also known for having really wealthy art pieces Also, some tombs are even known for having shards themselves, and that is exceptionally rare. Um, as it has been said that for some of the Iron Empress or Aisha's children, those that died with their shards as like a sign of respect. Now people don't know where the tombs are at, but it is kind of a myth. Like some of them that did die, were buried with their shards. Now, is that an urban legend or a myth? Yeah, maybe. Though enough people have said it, so maybe some truth there. But that's what you would pretty much know.
There's art and sometimes shards. There's all sorts of things in there.
So then the question becomes, sorry, go ahead.
I can say whoever built this place clearly was powerful. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life.
Me either. So the question becomes, do we want to try to get in there first and claim a stake of any of the art, copper, a shard, maybe? That could be in here before they do? Or do we
I've
just
never met people so young. Dilly-dally. Don't you know we have only limited time in this life? Like, we traveled all the way here. We might as well go for the goal.
Then what was your plan? What's your trap?
Well, we lure him, we tie the goat down, and we drop a rock on the bastard, we stab it, we shoot it. That I was hoping to get your help. I'm not a hunter.
Oh, it's a great idea, but
I don't have the rest of it.
yeah, maybe we don't have to do the killing. I mean, there's a lot of soldiers back there at camp. If we lure the creature out there, they don't really have a choice but to fight it. I don't want to be the one to put my life in danger, you know?
Plus, if we let it lure it out, we can slide in while they're killing it.
Yeah, that's my plan too. I just want to go in there while they're fighting it and it's distracted. I don't really care about this creature. But while it's outside, you know, cats are dancing or mouse, I don't remember. Something like that, right?
I don't know if I like
I can't believe I'm going to say
so
I
you're
agree
gonna-
with him.
And guys, if we don't do anything now, you can bet that this creature is coming in camp tonight and killing someone, at least one person.
And what happens when it starts to get hurt enough that it decides to run back in that tomb and we're stuck between the door and it?
Well, then at least it's wounded. We have a better chance at killing it.
Maybe. I personally like Ramsey's idea. If we're gonna lure it anywhere, we lure it into we know it's got to go to that pool. We know where it's got to go. If we can lure it that direction and set up the trap there.
It's a treacherous thing, loosing a beast like that on unsuspecting people.
Yeah, like, you don't know
I
how
don't
long
feel
it's
good
been
about
living
that.
here. It knows this place really well.
That's why I'm saying it.
I don't
we know
feel
that-
good about that. Just loosening it on these people and they're not prepared. I'll tell them if you plan on doing
Bye.
that.
We can just prepare them and be like, hey guys, you're gonna fight.
He's like,
Surprise.
We know that it has to. We know that it's gonna want to go across this opening over to that pool where its artwork is. I say we set it up in the entryway. You only got 10 feet of space to have to fight it in, to have to drop something.
Okay, but like, what kind of trap are you gonna do in this like corridor?
I was just laughing at Ramsey's comment. He's like, "Listen, I don't think unleashing a freaking a creature of legend on the random people is a good idea." That actually took me out on sorry. That was funny. You get inspiration.
You said this thing was bipedal.
Yes, it is bipedal, and you know it's anywhere between 8 to 12 feet. Though that also could be inaccurate as well too.
Yeah.
But it's definitely bipedal.
But we have a 25-foot ceiling.
Correct.
And like, I honestly don't know what kind of trap you want to set.
A
what
snare.
did you bring to?
I have 150 feet of rope. I have spikes.
Okay.
A snare. You set a snare and snatch this thing straight up.
There's more of
That's
them
hoping the rope
than
can
us.
hold it. I have 10 feet of chain. If we catch it, maybe we can finish it with that. I have a lock too.
We don't even have to finish the thing off if it's caught in a snare long enough.
Yeah, that's you're being very optimistic.
But if it is caught in a snare, it's definitely a whole lot easier because it can't move.
Yeah.
Then it's like fish in a barrel.
Exactly.
Ooh,
Oh,
we lost
our
now.
game master.
Uh-oh.
We win.
We won the game!
We won the game. Yes.
Hurry up, move our tokens through the place.
Look around the map. But wait, yeah, we could do a snare. I do have like 10 feet of chain. We could chain it up. I have a padlock.
It's low
We can
risk.
lock it.
We put the goat
I
chilling
wouldn't
right
say
there.
it's low risk.
If it doesn't
lower
go off,
risk.
Get in
We're
there.
far
It's,
away.
make it.
It's lower risk.
Yeah.
it's pretty low. We said it. It catches or it doesn't. We should be far
But like
enough away
this
where
thing was smart. When it came in here, it broke the lock specifically.
I understand, but it also, even if it knows that somebody's here, it doesn't mean that it knows, because it's not sitting here staring at us. We're sitting here at the doors looking in. It's not staring at us to know what we're doing right now.
You
Could
don't
be around
know
the corner
that.
listening.
things will do desperate things if they haven't eaten. This place is a wasteland. I mean, it's just
Lucky it just ate then.
maybe. It was a stringy little
If-
goat.
If it's 8 to 12 feet, yeah, that's an appetizer to something that size. I mean, that's like a dandelion to a deer. It's nothing.
Or we could do the safe bet. We can let the guards know, and it's a full effort. But we'd be lucky to get scraps.
It's a full
Exactly.
effort for them. But again, while they're fighting, we can loot the place. We don't have to participate in the fight. I don't want to look like a coward, but
I don't want to
I'm
have
not
this.
really a fighter.
I don't want to have this beast though sneak away and get us cornered. If we get cornered with that thing already scared, no offense, Ramses looks like one stiff wind and he's gonna fall over dead over here. So
At least we'll die in a tomb.
true.
Buried.
There are worse places to die, eh?
But we'll have to ask Val. We sneak in, we could just barricade the door from the inside.
Does it even close anymore?
That's what we'll have to find
That's what
out.
we have to ask about.
Yeah.
We walk up and grab the edge and just.
We probably couldn't even move it,
Probably not.
but it's worth a shot. Let's ask
Yeah,
about the
like,
doors
Are they
without our
25
intent.
feet high, these
They're
doors
probably-
too?
yeah,
Like, that would
they're
be fucking
probably
massive.
500 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
The hinges, after all these years, are not eroded and work flawlessly.
Yeah, exactly. They're not full of micro sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we brought the canned air.
Hey, a
Well,
new challenge.
WD-40, we're
appears.
good. Welcome
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. So I randomly unplugged my mic, and that caused literally absolute pandemonium.
Catastrophic
Why
failure.
would you do
That-
that?
Catastrophic failure, yeah. Kind of like
Cat-
this now, because it's
failure
already
successful.
frozen.
Because like I
again.
put it really close to my face, I'm like, okay, I'll now. Is it frozen?
Nope.
Okay,
Well,
yeah,
you are, but you're not.
He's
Yeah,
just,
I don't-
He's just moving
I'm
at
not-
warp speed.
Yeah.
I
Just
don't
trying to
know.
catch up.
Okay, so we went in, we killed the thing, and then we're good. Let's go.
Yeah, we
Yeah, GG, pack it up, guys. Good session. Been a pleasure. I'll see y'all guys next year. No, but yeah. I knew you guys were talking about some some plans, some hoodwinks, something like that. Did anything come out of that? Or you guys?
Some
How
questions.
how tall are the doors?
I mean,
The doors are about
yeah,
22.
Omari passed them twice, so like, does he have an idea how heavy they are? Did he put his weight on it just to like test it?
I would say they're not that thick, so they're. I'd say maybe like an inch and a half.
Do
So they move.
Do they swing?
Oh no. You got to be a pretty, like, not a hippo, but like in the bear range.
Oh, shit.
I want that plan.
So definitely, and not black bear. I'm like grizzly bear range of like, yeah.
I like the snare.
Not black bear, but full on brown.
If it doesn't get caught in the snare, we bolt, and then we come back with force, and that just is what it is. We shot our shot.
That's. I mean, I'm not saying
Sure.
that we don't come at this thing if it gets caught in the snare and we don't come in and just start wailing on it, trying to.
Well,
To
just
end
poke
its
it.
life,
Literally,
but-
it's not like it
yeah.
can do much. Just
But I don't want to be. I'm agreeing with Ryan. I don't want to just even if we tell the guards, I don't want to just set this thing out and then have it corner us when it decides to run away and run back in here and we're stuck inside, not knowing where it is.
All right, I mean, we can take a shot at this. We have to be really prepared. We have to set a really good snare and have a proper counterweight. This thing is huge. It's going to be really heavy, so we need a huge counterweight.
Yep.
And then we'll have 2 people hold the chain and a third person hold the padlock so we can do it in one swift movement.
Yep.
Makes sense to me. Is that what you guys are trying to do?
Yep. And so then I'm gonna look at Irene, since she was all pissed off at not being able to see this this art, and say, all right, if we're gonna set this thing, we're gonna set it in that opening onto that art. So if you want to see it, here's your chance. Follow me. And I'm gonna start walking slowly and listening very, very, very carefully
Mm-hmm.
as I walk into.
So- Yeah, so just to clarify as well too, it is not easy to hear in this place because of just the howling winds of the sands whipping up around here, especially because it's bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
You're not deaf. I'm just set. I'm seeing here. No, you're not deafened, but it is hard to hear like precise sounds very well. And the only reason, in this context here, the only reason why you heard like a carcass, things like that, because they were just unusually loud, that cut above the winds and sand. But other than that, it is hard to hear precise sounds. But you can definitely hear like somebody running up after something like that, for sure. As you guys approach.
So what I'm doing, I'm putting myself between the door, my eyes on the entryway here, to try to see any movement, detect any swift moving shadow.
Okay.
I'm putting myself between that door and Irene as we walk up, and then I'm obviously, before we left, to tell Ibrahim and Ramses, keep an eye on this door, keep a weapon ready, and you need to immediately let us know if you hear anything or see anything.
Ibrahim's like, I got it. Pulls out
You want me to stay here? Got it.
the Browning, mounts it.
Yeah. And just I'm moving slowly, like it's one of those.
Yes.
It's like, that
the James Bond stealth walk. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
James Bond.
like
you
QCB in a building is literally
Yeah.
what we're doing right here.
And as you kind of turn the corner here, you definitely see that. You see the carcass or dead body of the goat here.
Mm-hmm. Do I see any other movement or just the carcass?
Nope.
Okay.
Just the carcass. And what you see is give me a wisdom check. Just give me a wisdom check.
20?
You see that sticking out of the goat, it will look to be a large bone. And
Like,
Irene,
Not a goat bone?
no.
Okay.
It's a very large bone. Irene, give me a intelligence D100 plus 2 or your scholar check.
As we're walking, I tap you with the staff sort of quietly and point.
It's all good. It's D100 intelligence +2 as you're using.
Oh, buddy!
Big money.
Big money!
Damn.
Woo!
Very nice. I'll say as far as fortune, because it's not a minor one, it's a fortune. I would say the 200 for the experience points. It's in the setting here in this moment. As you look at this goat here, you can clearly see that the bone sticking out of it is carved in almost like a ceremonial fashion. You see that there are primitive, almost like drawings etched into the bone. And that is not a goat's bone. It looks like a human, was it like a femur? Like a leg bone? So because of this, you now learn two more things. The creature you're facing, or myth you're facing, can make and use primitive tools. You are aware of this now. Also, you think on the intelligence meters probably went up from a toddler to like a prepubescent teen, as this thing clearly is trying to send a message to you or anyone that's entering in its den by not even fully eating the goat. It just stabbed it and left it here. So be wary.
I will whisper that to Amari.
Well, do you want to at least see this artwork and see if you can pick anything else up off of it before we decide to set this trap or not? I think the winds of this cave have cut off
The
your
wind.
cut.
Irene's in here. She's doing mathematics. She's like, okay, survival chance.
He's doing like a quick etching of the.
She's like a 459 369 repeating. Can we make it?
Yeah. Just a peek. Just a peek.
I'll roll another 10 feet, kind of bringing her along so she hits the corner. And so I can see just straight into the door, but I'm trying to keep myself somewhat, like half the body behind the pillar. Again, QCB in this shit, man.
Dude, all I'm thinking about is Amari is literally. I think it's the meme like it can clearly walk across and be totally fine, or like just walk forward and just combat roll. Hold on, combat roll. No. 10-foot pole, combat roll. It's like no, that's good. No, I'm not. That yes, but it's just in my mind. I'm like Amari is just literally like on some like ninja just combat roll with a staff, tap, clear, just rolling, it's rolling, tap, roll, tap, in a really efficient way. But what you noticed specifically was a little different is with the pool specifically is as you get closer here, what's strange about the pool? Amari, give me another wisdom check. Actually, this is. I'm not sure you've noticed this or not.
24.
24 is enough. So you notice that another piece of art is added to this collection, and you definitely think that it looks like a stick human figure with a larger bone in his hand, as if this figure is holding a stick. It looks like you.
Lean over, sort of still watching this side, but now worried that there's obviously some way to get over there that it's not straight across the opening. Irene, that was not there before. And he points right to the little stick figure looking dude with the stick. That's new.
But it's still cool.
But that means this is not the only entrance into this pool side. This complicates things.
There's no movement coming from over here anywhere.
There is no movement that you can see. So you definitely see like tracks in this area, but there are like dozens of them kind of all around, and it's definitely hard to get a full beat on like recent or like direction, because you definitely see in this area here there's foot tracks all around the pool. So it's not like a clear like path. It's definitely like, for example, it's like if somebody was playing like Twist or something. You see step here, because whatever is doing this is clearly putting these art pieces down in a particular pattern or a particular manner. So it's not like a walking path. It's more of like just boot prints, or not boot prints, footprints. And it's definitely a heavy or big creature. Yeah, it's definitely a couple 100 pounds. I mean, no, sorry, it's definitely more than a couple 100 pounds. Because you can see its footprints indent into the sand, indicating that it's a pretty large creature.
She's gonna pull out this air bladder that she has with her, and she's gonna kind of delicately set it down and turn to Amari and be like, I think we should go for now.
Yep. And he'll just again, like, back to back, turning, watching QCB in it, backing straight out this way, kind of putting her between him and the inside of this tomb as they back out.
Okay.
Back out that way. So you'd end up like right over here.
You see that so beside Ibrahim and Ramses, like people have like gathered just to see Omari just move, because at this point it looks ridiculous.
I'm sure
he's like, hold on, no. I mean, it's gonna keep you alive. They should probably do it, but it's like the layman person, like, I don't know why these like soldiers are like strafing and like cutting the pie, stuff like that. Goes in the corner, gets shot. Oh, that's why they do it.
That's why.
They're like laughing, like, so they're like laughing and pointing. We're like, they're probably not gonna last very long like that. But definitely kind of is given that energy. Ramsey and Ibrahim, as they kind of various people kind of walk up and talk to you, like, man, that boy, he just can't get right, can he?
There's a secondary entrance onto that pool side, boys. There was a new piece of art that wasn't there when I walked in the first time.
So cool.
Did you
Maybe
see the
there's a
entrance?
second creature too.
I don't know, but it certainly looks like they're sending a message, because Irene, I don't know if you
Any
noticed
of the
it, but
footprints were wet?
No.
Because the pool has to feed from somewhere, or that water would be stagnant.
That is a
It
very
would
good.
It would go bad.
That is a very good observation.
Maybe from under.
natural
That is
spring.
Have to go
possible.
in to see.
A natural spring. The problem is the artwork that was in there, the new one, looked like a picture of me.
Was he like doing bad things to you? Where did he touch you? Show me on the doll.
Nope.
Right here.
Right in my no-no square.
Nope. Ramsey does
Ramsey's like,
a little cross
bad
place.
boys, what you gotta do?
Nope. The ancestors spoke to me. They said not to
I'm
fucking
out.
day.
He
And
said
Irene,
this.
you noticed obviously the bone sticking out of the goat on the other side, right?
Yeah, it had some etchings, like ceremonial type stuff. This is not stupid.
And the goat
Hey,
was
maybe it's a
barely
gift.
eaten. The goat was barely eaten.
Maybe he thought, hey, they gave me a goat. I'll give them a nice piece of art.
Well, left another present. It was a crap present, but it's all I had.
We come in force, and I've made it this long. I've never been a very rich man. Perhaps that's why I've made it to this age. I've taken the safe route. I think
Yelling at us.
I think we talked to the caravan. We need to do this in numbers.
Yeah.
The risk seems too high. Maybe
Yeah,
smoke it out, but whatever it is, it ain't me.
And the trap, the idea of the trap. Once I realized there's a secondary entrance, it's probably too smart for it. Or we'd have to set multiple, and I don't know if we have the resources or time for that.
If it's seen you, Omari, I would sleep with the one eye open.
Yeah,
My mother said that they would come and take the kids.
I
You
like
might
it.
want to
and I
change
won't.
your smell. Do something about your body odor, because if it has a good nose, it will track you.
But seriously, do something about your body odor.
he actually smells good. He always has a soap and a sponge on him.
Yeah.
Ramses can't say anything. He smells like dirty goats. He's
Oh my god, he smells like fucking goat manure, dude. Straight.
BO.
Yeah.
So everyone else is setting up camp. Maybe we should do that too, but like really far away from the
On the
entrance.
other side of the people.
Like,
Yeah,
man,
like
they're-
completely opposite the entrance.
Yeah, we
They're
got
like-
hired to get them here.
And let's check the closest tent to the entrance and spot if they have any nice things we can take once they're dead.
Keep in mind, Ramsey, your old man senses are tingling. Like when you signed the contract, it was, "I'm here to herd some goats. I'm
and
here to
some
make
animal
sure
get
we
and
get
take care of
home.
the
Make
tortoises.
sure
Yeah.
we get them safe."
This
old-
is not part of the contract.
That old man
I did
says
not
like,
Not
sign
my
up for
job
this shit.
description.
Hey, the one thing I will say, we tried. We at least took a look, and we had some. We've gotten some information. You look like you got a lot for your book, Irene. The
Yeah.
notes you've been taking. I don't think I've seen anybody go through 4 bottles of ink in 13 seconds.
If
Yeah,
we
as soon
can,
as they
maybe
set
we
up
can.
camp, she's gonna be like sketching the little statue that it had made of Amari, and
all I can think about is Ramsey sitting here like, man, my contract don't say shit about none of this.
Yeah, I read the fine print.
Hey,
My contract is a.
Hey, Irene, how much? If it is a gift,
I'm sorry, guys.
as you say, Ibrahim, how much do you think a primitive bone tool with etchings from a creature would be worth?
well, given that this is like a fictitious folklore creature, probably a lot. Who's gonna say they have art from it?
You definitely think that this was probably worth a pretty penny on the open market. The knife. Some of the art is kind of hard because it's like just random bones, but that knife, it's kind of hard to tell from the distance, but it looks pretty well made actually.
He did make a caricature of you holding a tool. Maybe he wants you to take it. I'll watch your back.
Fucking vices. All right, he's gonna take
I
a
love how-
deep breath, turns back, looks in, and he's just gonna march right up to the corner of the wall.
Hey, wait. Before you go, leave a gift for him.
Okay. Pulls out a piece
Just
of
in
paper, pulls out
case.
his phone number.
Yeah, right.
8675.
If Amari's going back in, Irene will go back in too and go see if it had taken the air bladder
Oh,
that she left.
I have some marbles. I'll give you my marbles. I'll say, here, you leave that.
I got a hammer, but it likes to make tools.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's
I'm
great.
what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go again, kind of moving slowly, but a little bit quicker at this moment. I'm gonna
Right.
come up to this corner, take that step out, take a good hard look before I step down. I'll step down, grab the knife out of the goat, like pull that bone knife up out of the goat.
Mhm.
I'm gonna set the hammer down next to the goat, sort of leaned up on the goat before back into the center. If you need me to stop at all, tell me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not for it, but let me just describe what you see here. So
Yeah.
you can't really get a really good angle because you're kind of far away. So it's
Yep.
light in here naturally, just because like daylight mode, it's hard to be like light and daylight mode. But
Yep.
essentially, it's still very dark here, especially once you leave the like foyer area. But once you try to get a little bit closer, you can clearly see that what you see is like how do I say this? So there is a like almost a cave drawing like right in front of it or right behind it, like here, with the blood of the goat. What it looks like is you see a large creature or a large person that's clearly much bigger than what you'd imagine a normal person is. And in each of the stick figures' hand, what it looks like is smaller stick figures. And what it looks like in the image or the drawing is the bigger stick figure has various like small little things coming out of like almost like spikes, but they're not really spikes. Irene, this is right up your alley because you're a scholar. This is be pretty tough though. Please give me a intelligence.
As he looks up and sees it, Irene, since you went to the other side, you just hear him tapping the stick like kind of on the wall, his staff, like click click click, like look.
Like,
You want just a straight intelligence check?
Intelligence plus D100 plus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just give me your. Yeah, but more like. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Draw for us.
Yeah. No. Okay. Let me. So let me. Okay, hold on. All right. So I'm the best stick figure drawer this side of Mississippi. I promise. I'm not actually. I'm serious.
Good thing you're on the opposite side of the Mississippi.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, you're the only one on that.
All right, I'm gonna. Okay, not bad. Like, okay, he has a broken leg apparently.
No, he's just doing the stanky leg.
All right, so like, person.
Somebody get him an Apple pen pad so he can.
Yes, I promise you, MS Paint was not something I did in school. Yeah, this is kind of wild.
So it does it almost look like he's using them as toys?
Hold on, let me draw it for you and kind of see.
Okay, he has the spike.
And he's wearing a hula skirt.
That's why he's got a skirt.
Some reason I just get this that Goya
There we go.
painting.
All right.
Saturn eats his son.
That's
Yeah.
what you see.
Does it?
Are they spikes or
Okay.
other people's arms that he's sticking on him?
You can interpret it as you like.
Uh,
Irene has no idea.
Yes,
It literally looks.
I'm too busy looking for my air bladder.
I would say it literally looks like he's using other people as toys.
Irene, you
It's-
do find your ear bladder. You find your ear bladder.
Yeah.
Aw, she's sad.
No.
Well, I pull that etched bone knife out, backing away, kind of staring at that image, and then kind of give the to Irene, like, let's go, and turn, and hopefully with her right on my hip, get the fuck out of here.
She's
Holding on to
going.
that knife.
You definitely do. And what you notice as well too, Ibrahim, as you were in there, that the lids of the sarcophagus are definitely not sealed. They're like definitely off kilter.
So they've been opened.
Correct.
Hmm.
Now, what also is strange is that they,
That we are
They're-
still here.
yeah,
Ramsey's like, come the fuck on.
that they were open, yes, but the lids are still on them. Now, that is strange because if something was just trying to like eat, or they would just rip the lid off. The lids are still on them. As
So
in
either it's respectful or it's something else.
you feel like it's something. This is definitely something. But as you guys definitely pull away, I assume you go see. I think it's Jericho. I think it's
Yeah, we should probably warn them now.
I put that bone knife carved art, what knife thing, whatever, in my pack. I just bury that like that's nope. No one's seeing that shit besides the four of us.
Yeah, absolutely. As you and I get a closer look at it, what you see is this is clearly a human bone. What is unusual about this kind of like bone dagger is that human bones do not bend and twist like that. So it looks like something had bent this like two bones together, almost like it was like twigs, or like not like a switch, or like a really thin branch
Like
had bent them
almost?
together. Yeah, sapling. Yes, thank you. Like a sapling, and had twisted like two saplings together. And it had essentially sharpened both sides of the sapling, or like bone, to like a fine, sharp point. This is an exquisite weapon. You feel as if this thing is definitely much sharper, and actually much. It is unusually durable. You think that something like this, you get like 2-3 stabs max before you fucking chip the blade. This thing looks like this thing is made from war. This thing looks like it's strong as iron or steel, which is unusual because bones are not iron or steel.
Mm-hmm. So he's gonna stuff it in his pack because he wants, knowing that there was people coming up and talking with Ibrahim and Ramsey. Like it's buried in his pack. He's waiting until they're alone to even pull this thing anywhere. Yeah, Irene, you saw that the other pay, right? Like, what the hell did you make of that?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like that. It was.
What I'll make of it is a forgotten memory.
So what you that exquisite bone dagger deals +4 damage.
Ooh. Okay. So 1d4 plus 4,
nice.
basically.
No, 1d6 plus
1d6
4.
plus 4. Okay.
Correct.
Damn.
And has a
good.
quality of 10.
Wow.
It's the best weapon we've ever found so far.
All right.
Yeah. I think this thing is really weird, you know, this creature. I'm not sure it's actually really violent. It could have, I mean, if it wanted to kill us, let's face it, it probably could have done it, right? You went really close, you took something it left there. It didn't kill you. It's weird. I mean, yeah, sure, it's a painting in blood, but nothing about it is really violent.
Then go and say hello, Ibrahim. I'll
Fuck
cheer you
no,
on for
but
What my trident set up?
I'm gonna follow the guards in tomorrow. But I don't know, it seems like an artist. It doesn't want to hurt anyone, it's just doing his thing, but maybe we shouldn't fuck with it too much.
Whatever it is not natural.
It's not, and it is definitely more intelligent. I mean, it's in that very short amount of time that we've been here to create the artwork, both on the wall and by the pool. I mean, that goat. Would you agree, Irene, with where it was sitting? That goat looked like it was wanting us to have a message. It's just what was the message? I mean, the only
I
thing is,
agree.
right now, the way it stands, this thing's either going to be pissed off we took this knife, or it's going to be happy because it was a gift. Irene, which way do you see it?
I don't know. I'm leaning towards he's just a creative soul. She's gonna like tucks behind her book where she's sketching.
Ramsey visibly rolls his eyes. He's like, nope.
Ramsey is the token minority of the
he
horror
says,
movie.
No, no.
He's,
no.
he's token
He just waves,
Ramsey's-
he's like,
I'm
"You
fucking. I'm
guys-"
out.
Sure, he's a misunderstood soul, but he's heading back to camp. He's like, no,
He's like, what the fuck is wrong with this chick?
I'm gonna. You guys, nope. He's gonna go tend to the animals.
I think
He's
we go
I'm
have.
gonna take my child to South Beach. I'm out of here.
I think for now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think for now we go have the conversation with the caravan leader. We let them know
He's a
exactly where
simple
we
and a
stand.
practical man.
Yeah.
And we let them know what it is we found, minus, and
Yeah, he doesn't need to know about the bone knife. Maybe we should also look for some poor soul to accompany us tomorrow and brave the dangers in front of us.
or
Force
multiple
couple.
brave souls.
I mean, if we can find more than one red shirt, fuck yeah.
Just make sure they're wearing brown pants too.
Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna take our 15-minute break here, a little bit over. We started a little late. 15-minute break, so we'll be back 30 minutes after the hour. So we'll be back at 15, ladies and gentlemen. See you in a bit.
Cool.
You.
All right, and we are back. We are back. Thank you guys for waiting on us with us. Took a 15-minute break. And we're going to continue with the party leaving the tomb after fighting a bone ceremonial like dagger and a strange cave-like painting that was painted with the recent blood of the goat that they offered. The goat not as bond to. So the party retreated, and I think that's where we left off. So after you guys retreated, what are you all doing?
Well, it's getting close to nighttime, right? Because this was towards the end of the
yes. I would say. Well, I would say you guys figured out around. I'd say around like 3. It's been about 3 hours. So it's about 6. As it is the desert, so it's pretty much long days, short nights. So you got maybe an hour or 2 of sunlight. So if you're trying to do anything, you definitely can. It's not nothing like insanely long that would be like an issue. We get about 2 hours of sunlight.
Okay, so we have to warn the caravan that there's a creature in here.
Yep.
That might come out at night.
We
And
need
then
to
we
go
have to
talk
pitch a tent
to-
really far.
Jay pulls up his notes.
Yeah. We need to go talk to
And don't forget, guys, as well too.
Mall.
So you,
Something like that.
Mo.
so you can use your inspiration on your like D100 rolls too. It's not D&D, so you don't forget that. You can use those things. For
Jamal?
sure.
Yeah, Jamal's the
Jamal.
caravan leader.
Yep. Okay, Mark, you get inspiration because my note says Jericho, and I made the character. So, very nice. I was like, because I was like, okay, it's either it's Jamal or Jericho. I'm like, they'll tell me it's one of those two. Anyway, you do speak to Jamal. Jamal is sitting there in a tent. While you guys spent 3 hours scouring like that, he pretty much his tent was immediately set up as he was supposed to be, plotting things out. He's sitting there with various other, I guess, people that brought into as well to trying to figure out what they should do. And they look at you and they say, "Yes, how can I help you?" Did you approach?
Yes, Caravan Master Jamal. So we found your tomb, and we took a little bit of a look inside.
Okay.
And first of all, 4 beautiful statues on the outside, huge statues, probably worth a bit of money if you can move them, though I don't know how you would do that. The inside, long corridor, couple columns, it's quite high, like 25 feet, carved superbly, and deadly murderous artist. 12 feet tall, mythical creature we never heard of. People thought didn't exist, but apparently it does. Could come out at night, don't really know. Didn't attack us. We went inside, it saw us for sure. We have no idea what its intentions are, but doesn't seem outwardly hostile.
It's a bad omen to
Yet.
disturb the dead.
Yes, the tombs inside, some of the sarcophagus were already open, but the lids were still on them, so it wasn't like ransacked. We know this creature uses the bones to make art, so it probably picked the bones from the sarcophagus. Didn't see any of the jewelry or whatever used in the arts made, so could still be there.
Nice.
Sarcophagus
It's
hall.
smart, eh?
Sarcophagus hall with 2 sarcophagus to the right upon entry, and a natural spring, clear running water, not dirty spring to the left, surrounded by artwork.
Yeah. If someone gutsy wants to go in and get water for the camp, possibility there.
I don't want to risk that in case you say there's a bone mythical being there. But we will we'll be rolling in about 8 deep with our warriors, and we'll scout deeper, and hopefully we don't figure thing out. I just but it's gonna take us about 10 days to fully kind of scope this out here. So if you want to And essentially, if you want to do anything else in the place here, or if you want to scout behind us, it's fine. Though we appreciated all your help getting us here. We will still pay you for every day because you are still part of the caravan and doing your jobs. Um, but going forward, you will be handling the tomb. So, um, as you press the start button, a new notification appears. From this point on, the caravan will be exploring the tomb. Um, so at this point, if you guys want to do anything, like either tonight, or we will indeed sim forward, and I will tell you what happens at the end of this journey. So decisions. Um,
Well, do
But
we have
eventually-
the option to explore with them?
No. You definitely feel as if, especially as an explorer, once they hired you to do that task, all the treasure wants to be only want to focus it between those people, and then they'll divvy it up anything they find to whoever they want it to be. It's one of those things like, I hired you guys, but this is my expedition. If I want to find something, I'll give it to you guys.
We're just hands for the expedition, basically,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Get some-
like really tempting to go inside and try to find something. Yeah?
You're an explorer.
Not that
For me,
tempting.
I will tend to the animals. This is a nice, easy paycheck. We're gonna kick back here.
It's like it's one of those things where it's like, listen, the game's about choice. So you do what you want to do. I'm just telling you, this is like the cutscene fork in the road. So I'll ask you.
I'm gonna go find us a good meal because we got time to kill. I ain't going in there with what I saw. And that's what he's gonna go try and find.
Finally, Omari.
He's gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna go find the biggest, best animal he can find in the desert and spend his time hunting it. In the time that they are clearing this damn thing.
Okay. So essentially, like, you guys are just basically doing the things that led us to your profession and things like that. Okay. Ibrahim,
I am. Yep.
are you also doing other things than not exploring the tomb? Just confirm.
Well, I'd offer to go with them to map it out for them.
Okay. They would
And
decline.
do whatever exploring duty is needed, but knowing that, look, if you engage this thing, I'm gonna hang back, with Jamal, I'm assuming, who probably isn't gonna fight either.
Yeah. So, Jamal would tell you to pretty much, essentially, he'd basically kind of box you out and just tell you to explore around the tomb and make sure there's not any hidden entrances, things like that. So he basically seen you like a dummy quest, basically. Like, hey, just explore around the place and make sure there's no other.
How kind.
Yeah,
I'll do it anyway
just-
because maybe
Yeah.
there is one, motherfucker.
but
Jamal,
it's definitely
Jamal,
one of
can
those.
can we talk about reimbursing? I lost a goat.
How much did you pay for the goat?
Oh God, was it 10 copper or something? Hold
Something
on.
like that. It was the standard price of a goat. He would reimburse you for the standard price of your goat because that gave him information. So
You were too kind.
he would reimburse you for that. He's like, yeah, that gave us valuable information that we now know. Thank you. So, big thing is, do you show anyone the blade or dagger you found?
Nope. Nope.
Okay. Very
Stays
nice.
right tucked neatly into my pack.
Okay.
Until we four are alone.
Irene, what kind of research are you doing as this time goes? Are you researching the creature, the dagger, the bone, the tomb? What is your area of focus, or if you are doing something else?
She's focusing mostly on the tomb. Well, I don't know. I'd say like a 50-50 kind of. She wants to really research the etchings that she saw,
Okay.
and then a little bit about the tomb. So probably more of the
Etchings that
Yeah.
the creature pretty
yeah
much
that
had.
the creature did. Yep.
Okay. I would say please give me a scholar check. and you can add a +10 to this as you're spending a significant amount of time on this roll. Keep in mind that you can use inspiration on this rolls. That's why I give it out.
So 7, 2, and 10.
Yes.
Okay. And yes, I'm gonna use an inspiration on this.
All right. 300. All right. Very nice. That's not a fortune, but it is good as successful. What you know is that you pretty much essentially are looking at like old myth books and things like that here that you took with you related to the area in case any of the myths or creatures of the area may actually be true, because there's a little bit of truth in everything. This is what you know. The Kulatoli, the Kulatoli, which I think I put in the chat, I'll put in there again, is what some consider almost like a mythical or almost like magical creature. It has something what is people consider it a very it is real. It's not a myth. First of all, it is a real thing, but it is exceptionally rare. I would say as far as like D&D rarity, I would say this is up there between like legendary as far as rarity. It's like how rare this thing is. It has several unique traits. One, this thing excretes saliva that can liquefy calcium in bones and then reharden them, be much stronger and much more denser. These things have, and they use that to make art and also weapons. Unlike most monsters that just find weapons that humans use and just use them, it makes its own weapons. These things live an exceptionally long time, anywhere between 200 to 500 years old, and they reproduce once a century. They are highly territorial, but they're also highly curious, and they will basically throw testing games at anyone that it encounters until it basically gets bored, and then it'll probably kill or / eat you. People people that have captured these things are like kings and queens or at least high lords. If it can be captured, it can obviously just be given bones, and these bones are the bone things that it makes are exceptionally valuable because they're highly durable. You think or no, you would read at least, these things are probably worth on the open market somewhere between like 10 million copper pieces or something like that. And you also know that the people being sent to explore that tomb do not stand a chance. Not at all. Not even a little bit. The only thing that you've seen that I actually be able to skill 1-to-1 with those things are shard bearers from your history books. This is the reason why only lords have them. So I would say that is you learn that on the first night. Now, do you tell anybody this, or do you let them essentially perish?
She doesn't tell anyone.
All right. As you do, Jamal and all of them do not come back on the second day. They are all dead. And okay, so they leave on the second day. So this first day, they, you guys set up. Second day they go out. They don't come back. So that's like, okay, it's a little weird. They were all going to go in there for a little bit. On the third day, you see that when you guys essentially wake up in the morning and go check the mouth of the tomb, there is a strange, almost like scarecrow-looking thing made of bones. There's skulls and arm pieces and femurs and tibias, things like that. Of a variety of people, definitely not just one person. You see like 6 skulls here, and this strange art. And it looks like almost like a dream
It's
catcher.
the blood painting.
No. It looks totally different. It looks like a dream catcher where you see like the ribs are like the rib bones are kind of connecting it together, and the arms are like the spokes of a dream catcher like that. It looks like fucking horror.
Guys, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Already on it. Ramses has got like the
been
great
packing
shells
the
are
whole
set up.
time.
They're packed the whole time. He's like,
Hey,
nope,
but-
second day.
Look on the
Can I-
bright side. We now own a caravan, guys.
Yeah. Can I ask in those first 2 days when they were in there, did I
Yes.
find any sort of animal hunting, like
I would
something
say-
that would make a decent meal, a pretty decent meal for the 4 of us?
So one, no, and that no, but let's stick with that. That is pretty strange because you could easily find like large snakes or large reptiles in the desert or steppe area. That's very strange. You probably think that whatever lives in this area, i.e., this creature, has been hunting the shit out of this entire area.
Yep.
But yeah.
And again, on the 3rd day when they don't come back and we see that, guys, we need to get the fuck out of here.
the way my credit is set up, I'm gonna.
Yeah, Ramses is already on top. He's got the reins. He's all. I don't know what.
I don't know why you're waiting. Get the fuck up
Yeah,
here.
it's not big.
Yeah, Irene would have been helping him, knowing what
Yeah.
she knew. She would have helped him as soon as they walked in the door. Like,
Uh,
guys,
I have a feeling like Omari would have been like that. He spent 2 days hunting and walked back up, walked to the front, like, nah, we gotta fucking go.
mhm.
it's like get in.
Turns
On
around,
that
okay.
second day,
And-
I would have gone around searching on that second day like he asked, though. Would I have found anything?
No. This thing only has one entrance. It's definitely a tomb. It probably goes down, but definitely not like. If you find any entrance, it'd definitely either be or secondary entrance. It'd probably be either way far away, for like it'd be down and then like out, but definitely not like near. Even if you search as even like let's say like a half a mile radius, you wouldn't find a secondary entrance if it was
Right.
one.
So we're packing everything and we're stealing everybody's shit. Fuck them.
Yeah.
So
Denman won't need it.
so
Any
Jamal,
gear
so-
upgrade we can take right now?
So hold on. Okay. Jamal and his warriors are dead, but not all the people that are part of the leadership is dead. His third in command is still around, which was basically his wife, things like that. So she's essentially running the caravan. Now his wife didn't go in there, of course.
How many people are left?
21, 22, not including you guys. So
Yeah, you said 8 plus him, so 21.
It's just, nope, we gotta go.
So his wife definitely sees that, and she's like, and sees Ramsey's already packing. He's like, yeah, they've lost.
They are gone, woman. It's no more. Take your life and everything you have.
Yeah,
and let's
she'll
get-
nod, and essentially, as you guys pack up here, I would say everyone give me a D100, just a flat D100. Call high or low.
Can I inspiration this D100?
You can.
I will. Hi.
Everyone's
Okay.
calling it one
everyone.
at
All
a
of
time.
us?
Everyone's doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
use an
I will
inspiration.
I'll use it one too. Why not?
There you go. Use it up.
Burn him if you got him. Ooh.
Burn 'em if you got him. Burn 'em if you got
Yeah,
92.
going high. 79.
There you go, Irene.
Oh my god.
All right. So Omari, Ibrahim, and Ramses, you notice. Okay, so there's like obviously a strange like sculpture here. What you notice back here is kind of hard to see because it's actually not that much light here. Is a bone-like throne, and sitting on this throne is this figure here.
The big bad evil guy.
Oh shit.
That's what it is.
Oh shit. Oh. buddy.
Yee.
Uh-huh.
And he is covered
Uh-huh.
in bone-like armor.
Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
And it's just
Yeah.
sitting there. It is just sitting
We
there, just
couldn't leave fast enough.
Yeah, no eye contact.
Okay.
Don't look at it.
Just because she's like buried in her book. Just grab her by the cheeks and turn her head to look in as we are literally like leaving.
It's like,
You
Bow
want to draw
deeply.
this?
Don't look at it. Back away.
he's like, man, I didn't sign up for this shit. I signed up.
she'll immediately start drawing it, and then like at some point whenever they get on the trip back, she is gonna let Omari know the value of what he has, but she wants to do it away from everyone.
Oh, when I get back to the city, I will burn some incense for my mother. Glad
said
you
it's
told
some
me
deep
about those
shit.
stories, because
He said, "No, this shit is cursed." Fucking lucky, the fucking lucky egg.
Yeah. Ramsey, do you know where your mother is buried? Because I would like to put flowers on her on her grave from the sound of it.
But as you guys are running away and
Oof.
fleeing, it does not chase you.
It will
but-
rule
but-
over this land for as long as it wants.
Ibrahim though, as you're packing up, what you notice is, I would say, as you're packing up, you notice something very strange in your pack or in your tent, and what it looks like is a figurine of bone that looks just like you. Now, there were guards and things patrolling, and you definitely felt as if you were pretty, cautious, especially knowing that thing's in there. But try as you might, you're not sure why this is there. It is there. You're not sure how stealthy or quiet this thing is, but seeing as if you did not hear it do anything while you were there, this thing is probably exceptionally stealthy. And because it doesn't wear metal armor, as you will. So you have a figurine made of this strange Kalali bone. As an explorer, this is worth a pretty penny. This trinket itself is worth 5,000 copper pieces.
Nice.
And the detail is incredible. So unlike the stick figures that you kind of seen that was kind of like hastily done, especially the one that looked like Omari, it looks like, think of like a block of bone, and like almost like a carver or like a sculptor just kind of shaved you out of this block of bone, and it looks eerily similar to you. But yes, this is one slot, 500 copper pieces, 5,000 copper pieces, and
That's
yeah,
super.
you're not sure who is this bone made out of, so just keep that in mind as you're whatever. But you
Yeah,
definitely,
that doesn't really bother me.
yeah, it's one of those like, this is kind of weird. Yeah,
I'm gonna leave my marbles behind, and I'm gonna shape them in the shape of like a little human with like a bigger figure next to it, and like they're close together, like friendly.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna leave that there after I pack.
All right. You guys definitely flee. It is so it's, you guys made it 3 out of the days. That's something you submit for 3 days. Irene is a savage. She said, "Listen, nah, I want to see what happens." I like it, dude. I like it. I ain't saying shit. They get their own fates. Let me submit for like 4 days. Well, at least your rations.
Find us out of exploring.
4 days, right? So that's another 300 XP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you guys were tight on rations, you definitely aren't now for the caravan. Well, 8 people. So let me take you all back to the. With that being said, you did lose 8 warriors. So making it back can be a little bit more difficult and more dangerous because you don't have.
Not as dangerous as staying there.
No. You
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
think
that beats
It
that.
was worth the price.
you definitely think that that thing is definitely not friendly. Probably just really curious. That, but that being said,
Ibrahim, did you map out the direction that we came to get in here?
I sure did.
Can we follow that directly back to the road to make it quick and simple?
We should,
yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
yeah,
right?
yeah, you definitely can. It's just making sure nothing attacks you on the way, but you definitely won't get lost.
Yeah, no, but legitimately, it's as quickly back towards Kabando as possible
Fuck that
on
shit,
the
I'm out.
exact same route, like mapping it out, going, this is where we're going, this way.
We're running. We're running.
Yeah.
We're running. And so you guys can move. I said 30 miles. So you can move
Yeah.
30 miles towards Commando.
If I remember right, we basically rode the road and then cut it straight in. So yeah, it was
Right.
like
Pretty
right,
much, yeah.
basically here that first day
Yeah.
to like,
All right.
and then we're back
And-
on the road.
All right. So for most of that's gonna be survive. I mean, like you can get lost. Definitely like to avoid animals, things like that. So I would say this is more of yeah. Omari, give me your explore using your survival using
Survival,
using
And
wisdom.
this is considered the wilds now again, so the +10
correct.
okay, perfect. And I'm gonna use inspiration on this first D100 to get back to the road to try to save our fucking asses.
Seems to me.
/R 2D100 plus 10 plus 8 plus 2. An 85.
I believe that
Damn.
is a fortune because this 84 is
Nice.
very nice. So you
For
get a
novice,
fortune.
yep.
So it ends up being 105 total.
All right. Very nice. So with your fortune roll, I would say it can move an additional 10 miles today as the winds favor you. So you move 10 miles a little bit quicker. And I'll say you get an additional
People are
150.
probably really excited to get the fuck out also.
He's like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. But the day goes by without any
And then
major problems.
You said
you guys-
addition. So the additional 10 miles and what you get when you got cut off?
Oh, 150 XP.
Ah, got it. Thank you. Sorry.
And as you use all of your tricks and skills to get you guys back on the road, so you guys can get the fuck out of here.
GTFO, peace out, dude, in the freaking tomb.
I'm out of here, boys.
Yeah, Ramsey's just on one of the. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yeah.
for the
Slowly.
souvenirs.
Slowly but surely. Let's see here. Another day passes. It is now day 498. Day 12 out of 24. Please. Not you're on the road. I would say. No, it's still Amari. Amari, give me a your survivalist. Make sure that you avoid any animals.
Not this time.
Oh, that is a misfortune.
Doodly, 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 doodly. Now we're in a
Well,
combat.
on the road, is it?
Bandits, possibly.
Is
God
this
knows.
for minor misfortune, or is this just regular with being on the road?
No. This you're still far away from town, so this is definitely the misfortune fortune. It's
Okay,
not until you
perfect.
get closer to town that you
Cool.
come. Let me set the scene here as you guys are on the road again. Or I don't even have a map. Like this. This is okay. All right, this is the desert road. All right. All right. So, and now reiterate how this works. So, guys at home and guys here, it's pretty much like Final Fantasy, where like this is just the chunk that is affecting you instead of me having 99 dudes on the map at one time and having to play with myself. I think I'm gonna play with myself for 30 minutes. All right. Let me show you guys on the. Show you guys
It doesn't take you 30 minutes to play with yourself. Come on
Hey,
now.
listen. I need to set the mood, okay? The mood, man.
Light
The
some
scene.
candles.
Edging
Ambiance,
himself.
Drink a
man.
glass of wine.
Wine, man. Set the scene. Get my music right. You know. Set the scene. Check my stocks. Okay, I'm in there. Okay.
29 minutes of prep. What? No.
Yeah. It's like, hey, listen. It is what it is. Let me go ahead and drop everybody on the map. And let me drag you guys over. And okay, so all of you guys are essentially on this map here, and as you guys are essentially like, you guys are a little bit off the road, because they're camping on the road. You guys are kind of doing your thing there. You see, desert-like bandits come, ready to end your career.
Boy.
And that being said, give me a 1d6 -1.
That sucks.
Not for your initiative. This is for something else.
Oh.
No, not
1d6 minus. I got us into this.
See.
I'll take a 0.
All right, very nice here.
Sounds good. Maybe.
That's good. No, that's good. That's very good actually.
The one time you're like, yes, I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Hey. There you go. Here.
The one
and-
bandit saw a seaman, or not a seam. Omari's ad and said, "Not today."
It's
I'll
only
say,
one bandit attacking you guys because you guys look.
he sees a seam. He's seeing a ghost.
Yeah.
It's
So
because your name is
Oh, every
seen on the
time.
thing.
I told you guys.
Every
You guys just have to.
Yeah,
I would
it's-
just create a new sheet. The ghosts of Christmas past keep fucking showing up.
Yeah, I keep resetting it. It just keeps. I'm not sure if it's a bug or something or what, but it's like triggering the shit out of me. Yes. Now, guys, give me your initiative. As there's other bandits attacking the caravan here, but they see Ibrahim with no shirt and a seam. He has a stick. Ramsey's look like he's literally over the hill and.
Can
Through
I
the
roll?
woods.
Can I roll under 4 twice in a row on a d6?
Let's see.
What are the
Not
odds?
Hey!
Not today.
There you go. You guys get to go first. What do you guys do? This guy looks pretty tough.
Yeah, man.
He has
he's
on.
pretty
He has
alone.
on. But he only has on gambeson and a blade. But he looks like he's pretty skilled.
Ramses will take the initiative this time. Pulls up the heavy crossbow and fires.
Shoot to kill. D20. Is that a bonus?
It's a 15. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that hits. Give me your damage. Oof.
Ooh.
Oh,
That was a
nice.
massive hit.
Oof.
He hit him right in the
Damn.
chest. Bam! And the thing breaks off. This guy is hurt, but he is still alive.
He's falling back, just cranking that thing to draw it back as quickly as he can.
Ooh,
Look
this
o-
guy's-
Look over to Ibrahim, knowing that that Irene is more of a ranged target. Look over and start running straight. Seeing that bolt just smack him in the chest. Run to right there because of my backpack.
Right.
Pulling the staff up and looking at Ibrahim at that same time, ready to take the strike.
Let's
Mm,
go.
okay. Shoot to kill, not shoot to throw.
A 9.
17 is a critical hit.
Nice.
9 is a hit though. Someone rolls some damage.
Take a 4
Okay.
from the staff coming up underneath his throat.
Okay. This guy's alive. As you strike, you feel as if most of that definitely got absorbed into his brigadier, into his gambeson, or through some of his kind of evasive maneuvers. But he did some damage. But he's still critically injured.
And I did 6 with 2d8s. Not terrible.
Ooh, very nice. And how do you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's gonna just wrap around his neck, and I'm gonna give like a sharp pull, and it's just gonna crack.
You're gonna crack, and the party is victorious. Let's see how successful. Actually, Irene, give me a 1-800 call higher low to see how successful the caravan was with dealing with the bandits after losing so many warriors. Did you call it?
I didn't hear.
I
a
called
higher
hi. I said hi.
No.
All right, let me roll something here. 1 second. The caravan lost 8 people from that bandit attack before they were able to quell them. They're now at 13, losing almost half your crew.
Damn.
Yep.
All right.
Anything besides the Gambeson?
He had a scimitar, which was just a dagger, essentially. So a dagger, I'd say 2 quality iron. He had no money. I mean, he's broke. He's a broke bandit. And a Gambeson. That's pretty much it. So he was looking to take that stuff so he can add to his. Take your stuff so he can add to his stuff, but he didn't have any coins on him. And as far as the other loot, that was definitely gathered by the caravan. Well, let me take you back.
Man, this
Anybody
really sucks for them. They're getting nothing out of this.
Anybody got room for extra set of armor and a fucked up
You guys get 250 experience points.
Nice.
Anybody got room to carry that shit, or are we just gonna leave leave a minute?
I can
we should
carry one thing.
we should sell it. It's probably worth more than a ration.
What do you think would be? I don't know about any of this stuff, but I would assume that the weapon would be worth more than the. Probably the armor is worth more than the weapon, huh?
I can chuck a ration. I mean, if you want to give me that scimitar.
Oh, yeah. I will give it to you.
Ramses tucks the scimitar into his belt.
Okay, it's a dagger for like game purposes, whatever, but it is a scimitar for flavor purposes. But you still move your full 30,
Okay.
but you took some heavy losses.
30.
You started with 30, and you now are at 13.
There's 30.
You're gonna get a bad reputation.
Oh, we're not gonna quite get there in one day. We're gonna be just shy.
All right. That being said, Amari,
Yeah.
bring us home. D100. It's a new day.
D100 plus 10 plus 8 plus 2. 52.
52 is enough. And you move for full 30. Nothing happens on that day. It is now day 13 or day 499. As you move your 30, you're almost there. You're not fully there. You're almost there.
We can see it in the distance, guys. We're almost home.
All right. That being said, as you can see it in the distance, we had D100.
Plus.
Don't mess this up. Oh, very nice. You were successful.
Nice.
And it is now day 500. We cracked the 500 day, ladies and gentlemen. It's day 14 out of 24 for your journey. So let's see here. The biggest thing is that she does pay you all. First things first. Let's see, Irene. Because she's a scholar, she gets paid the most. As scholar very expensive. So Irene, for the 14-day journey, I actually gotta do math now. Hold on.
GM doing math.
Story of my life. Because I didn't definitely calculate this before, soon enough. Well, give me 2 seconds to shimmy. Irene, you get 700 copper pieces.
2.
You're a scholar. Ramses, your animal handler, which is important, but not as important as a scholar. you get 490. And survival, and yeah, everyone else gets 490. Yeah. Irene gets that because she is a scholar. In lore reasons, she would get more because no random scholars is going out there to fucking the waste. That all being said, you guys made it to Kabanda, and with that, your mission was successful. With that successful, maybe not for them, but for you it was. Though you do feel as if, even though they kind of lucked out when it came to the tomb, some of the information is definitely going to make sure that they're ahead. Because they're not shard bearers, but there are shard bearers in Kabanda, especially high-level adventurers and warriors that definitely be looking to test their mettle against that beast. So don't feel as bad as you. I mean, she lost her husband, it's fucked up, and a lot of kids and shit died.
Definitely.
But,
yeah, my condolences. He'd go and let her know.
Was she pretty?
Oh my God.
Roll a d20, go high or low.
Hey, ma'am.
Gonna call high.
She's single. This is all I know.
Single now.
I mean, yeah.
With some coin in her pocket.
Oh,
You bring him like she's a caravan leader. She's a widow.
Yeah,
It's a long way from home, lady.
If you rolled
Nights are
high, she is attractive. She is southern and eastern mix. She is biracial. For I guess flavor, she looks Afro Latina, I guess, in real life. And
I would try to console her.
All right. Give me a charisma check. It's gonna be pretty difficult. As you have a reputation.
Your husband got your husband.
You gotta level up your game, homie.
Your husband.
Yeah.
He's over here.
The XP, I swear.
He's over here. Your husband got his end in. I want to get my end in.
All right, let's try.
Listen, just raw charisma. The 15. She looks at you up and down, and she says,
Even half the man.
"Thank you, but I am good." And my husband isn't even buried.
You are good.
She says, "You have been paid. Thank you for your service." And she turns and leaves.
You're welcome. Just remember, the door is always open.
Yeah, I hear that about a lot of people. And she leaves. But you feel as if your relationship points with the caravan leader's wife has dramatically went down. You were paid
Hey,
nonetheless.
you miss every shot you don't take.
Yep.
Yep, and sometimes you know not to take shots when the game isn't on the line. I mean, when the game
You got to pass those.
Sometimes you gotta pass contested threes, but no, it's not. I don't care. It's scary. But you guys do make it back to Kabana. You were successful. For successful completion of that mission, you guys get an additional 1,000 experience points.
Ooh.
Yeah.
With that,
damn.
you were paid. Now, this all being said, Ibrahim, you know, as an explorer and as a group, your reputation has taken a pretty big hit. Also, Omari, your reputation as a survivalist has also taken a pretty big hit. As
I mean,
literally,
I found the place, man. I don't feel bad.
No. It's yes, you did. It's just that less than half the people kind of made it back. So in theory, everyone here that was part of that caravan has that kind of bad juju energy, like the kind of small town energy of like, they probably got some weird stuff going on. I don't want to touch them like that. So you think you'll definitely have to either work against that or try to do something great that'll kind of counteract that. But currently speaking, you guys have that bad energy about you. That small town energy.
Whatever.
That being said, what do you all do? You have money in your pocket and just some experience points.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to the Explorer Guild and sell them my maps.
All right, you definitely do. First things first. You definitely can sell your maps. Your maps are sold for. Let's see.
I'll give them all the info about the tomb and the creature that we found.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they have no info on the creature, I'm gonna fill them in on that too.
Yeah. They definitely have heard. Like, so they know what it is once you kind of give more details about it, because they know, because they have records of it, but they didn't think it was one so close to Kabando. They're exceptionally rare, as in, i.e., they're considered like a legendary as far as like rarity. Rare. But they would pay you 500 copper pieces for those maps. As one, they're pretty accurate, and two, it leads them directly to a place of value. You definitely think the caravans might definitely sell that to maybe the Sultan or other leagues or groups for a pretty penny. Maybe a little bit more because they have better connection than you all. So, but you definitely sold it, and you got a little bit of chunk change there.
Money's money.
Money is money.
I'm gonna go find a place to sell those dragonfly wings to start with.
You definitely can.
Yeah, I've got 6 on me.
All right. So I assume y'all go together.
I'll give you guys 100 for the maps for having been around.
Everyone
Sweet.
gets 100 copper pieces for that. Which is sweet. Don't forget, copper. Any money you gain is also experience. So don't forget that either. All right. Yes. So you're selling the dragon wings there. There's definitely oddity shop and things like that, or to simply the library. That's something that they definitely want to study. You definitely can. Did I give you a price on those?
25 each. 25 each.
You
That's
can sell 25.
200 total copper.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So everybody gets another 50 off the dragon wings. Dragonfly wings.
Sweet. All right. Ramses, what are you doing here? As you now have seen, it's probably more money than you've seen in a long time.
Christ, yeah, we're rich, eh?
Yeah, no kidding.
You are not rich.
No, not yet.
Kabando.
No, but for these characters, like this.
Oh
is
yeah. For these kids, it's
ton
probably
of money.
It's probably more money you've seen at one time. But unlike in like Zedra, where that's a lot of money, Kabando is. I mean, it's like basically like New York, right?
Yeah.
It's like okay, it's relative, but this is a lot. It's a lot of money for like a commoner. But like this is like you're like a middle class citizen. You probably see this in a month or so.
Ramses would go to Stable Master Amir Farid and see if he'd be willing to sell Marlene.
He says yes. How much are you looking to? He says, what are you looking to offer? As an animal handler, you know Marlene's kind of old. You can definitely get her for about 1,500 copper pieces.
Ooh, it's too rich for my blood. All right. Well, I'll have to keep that in mind. Marlene's a little out of my reach, but do you have a pack horse?
Yeah, I have and pack horses in flavor or pack camels because
Cool.
better suited. But yeah, you can definitely find any number of them, as long as it's not like a ridiculous number, like 40 and obviously like 14,000 or something.
I don't have that kind of money.
You can. I'd say you find up to 10 pack horses. He has plenty of horses, things like that.
We'll get one.
Okay. You definitely can. Standard price. Actually, he would give you a discount because you work there. He would give you 5% off, whatever that is.
Let's see, 300 times 0.05, $15. 15. All right, 285.
He gives you a small discount.
Hey, that's fine. Yeah, he'll get it. He'll throw a blanket over its back, get the bit and bridle, and
yeah.
He's got a pack horse. How many slots did we say these guys have? 30?
Pack horse? 1 second.
Yeah.
It was like either 10 or 15, something like that, right?
The goat had 5.
Yeah, hold on. Boris, the pack horse, 20 slots for a pack horse.
20. Cool.
There you go. One of the yeah. So you get your slots there. Irene, what are you doing?
She's going to go take the sketches that she made to the library.
Okay.
And then she's going to go buy a crossbow.
So, and this is where kind of so as a member of the library, they would not. They expect you to give those as part of.
No, she's fine. That's fine. She's
but
want to just give it to him.
But that's something that the scholar is one of those things where it makes a lot of money, but scholars themselves are cheat themselves, so they don't want to give money away. So yeah, it's part of your job. But yes, they would accept also as well too. They also would give you a promotion, specifically a promotion. Bringing these back, there's been records and things like that of like very faint records, but outside of the Explorers Guild, they didn't have access to kind of that information about this creature. Now that you have actual first-person accounts and information about them, and sketches and things like that, this is exceptionally valuable information. The fact that you gave it, willingly, they would promote you. So essentially, whenever you work at your job, instead of $75 or 75 copies a day, you now make 150 copy pieces per day. And you're considered essentially a field agent of the library, which gives you incredible reach. And you are recognized by other members of either other academia. So you essentially are given a badge. This badge is made of kind of like it's almost like an armband, which to normal people it looks like a normal like kind of jeweled armband, but to people of in the academia kind of realm or sharp brand like that, they know that you're associated with the library. This gives you incredible reach and incredible access to some places, as people don't tend to cross the library without good reason. That all being said, I think everybody. Wait, you said you were doing something else, Irene, as well. You said.
So she's gonna go. Well, she'll return the book that she borrowed from the library too, to open up the slot, and then she's gonna go buy a crossbow.
You definitely can. It's standard price of a crossbow. I can pop the item. I'm not sure what that is off the top of my head,
60.
but you definitely look good. You definitely can, and make sure you grab a quiver and bolts. You can definitely buy all of that. And as you guys are doing all that, are you doing anything else today? Or I mean, all of you guys doing anything else today? Or you guys?
I'm
going
gonna
to
spend some money to buy an armor. I'll get a Brigadine.
You definitely can find Brigadine. You definitely think that anything really above that or chain, you may find chain here and there, but definitely above Brigadine, that's definitely more of a custom work.
Well, actually, my bone figurine, do I know anyone who could potentially buy that?
You do. Especially, so you can sell that to the Explorers Guild, actually. They would just buy it. Because they have people also that also broker, because explorers find stuff and then they sell it to the guild and then the guild sells it themselves. They'd buy it from you not at the full 5,000. They'd buy it from you at about 45, because they get their cut. But they would buy it. You think that outside of them, it'd be a pretty hard sell unless you had really good connections to like.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'll sell it to them for that price.
They give you 45.
That's a hell of an experience jump right there.
Would he share that with you guys? I gave you the money for the map, and in my head, I'm not even sure if he would have done it, but I'm like, eh.
Hey,
I don't know.
Listen, do what Ibrahim does. Like this is things aren't equal. Everyone has their own advantages for different reasons, different things. So what you do?
You know what? He would give 1,000 to Omari, and 500 to Irene.
Ramsey's out there like this. Don't get over
I'm
this
sorry, Ramses, but you were so negative the whole time.
No, that's fine.
Like, he hasn't seen you do anything, and Ibrahim is a man of action, so
role play, baby. You gotta earn
he
it.
hasn't
You
found
gotta earn
value in you yet. Maybe
fine.
one day.
We'll see.
So
I would
I'll take the
argue there's
35.
more value than finding that temple that
Yeah.
nothing happened. People died. But we have different values, Ibrahim. You keep your
Hey,
You know what?
in your life.
I'll give you 250. I'll give you a 250.
I don't
and
need your chair.
I'll be like, no, but you don't know how much I'm
pity
giving
popper.
the others. But I'll come to you and I'll be like, you know what, old man, you did okay. And I'll say, I found a little something, I made some extra money, and I'm gonna share some with you. I'll give you 250.
It is generous. You
Still a
didn't
lot, I
have to
mean.
do this.
Yeah.
There you go. Very nice. Um,
The
but
only other
as-
thing, the only other thing
Go.
I would do, I think, besides, when we're all together, we do the dragon wings or we do the dragonfly wings, whatever.
Yeah.
I would probably follow Irene to the library because it's the only place he could think of that would potentially know any other things about this bone knife, and so he would slip into the library kind of behind Irene and
as you get to the library steps, they say you do not have a library card.
fair enough. Irene, find me when you're done. I'll be at the hold on, I have it. I'll be at the Scorched Mirage.
You definitely think
Okay.
as well too. As a member that's been here for a while, you definitely think library cards are very, very, very expensive unless you work with them. Shout out to Harry. I think Harry brought one. Didn't you? It was fucking
I did.
Yeah, $5,000. Yeah, they're not doing. Unless you
And
work
so-
there.
At that point, yeah, I'm gonna go sit at the bar.
Nice. On the road again. All right. You sit at the bar. Irene, before the night does end, you go see Mari.
Yeah.
Okay. Mari, she sees you at the Scorched Mirage Inn. They do offer you all baths, like the public bathhouse is open. They do point and recommend it in a very heavy-handed way. The public bath is open. There is a sale today. There's a sale on soap as well.
Is there a? Does it have to be the public one, or is there something a little more private?
Yes, we offer.
Yeah, we can spruce for something a little better.
She says. We have 3 tiers. We have the just a simple access to the private kind of bath house and like that. There's also the private bath and the massage, and then there's also the private bath and the massage.
Private
How
bath.
much is
Private.
all that?
Okay, so the private bath is just about 20 copper pieces. The private massaging bath is 200 copper pieces, and the private is 500 copper pieces. The private one is only unless you can afford it, it's not really used to be telling you unless you're trying to buy it. She looks at you, but the private one is a full head to toe massage with one of our highly talented masseuses. They use a variety of techniques to make sure that you are firmly relaxed and enjoy your time.
I just need the private bath. I don't need a massage at this. Not today. Doesn't mean tomorrow's not a new day.
Anything else? Okay. Fair enough. She says 20 copper pieces.
I'll hand it over.
And they lead you to one of the 5 back rooms there with the private. So she pretty much is says wait like 10 minutes. And they then bring you in, and it's a large like kind of stone basin that you can obviously fit inside. There's soaps and rags and cloths, things like that. It smells very nice. Hot steaming water in the center of this bath. All right. And then she turns to Ibrahim. Do you want the private and massage, or the private massage?
Oh no, just a private bath also for a little 20.
All right. They give it to you as well too.
Actually,
And
with myself.
you said, "Oh, you're not gonna get a massage today when you're broke."
I can
But
give
okay.
myself my own massage. Thank you.
She nods and says, "Okay."
Don't have to pay extra for that.
As you go to Irene, are you looking for? We also have a variety of massage and masseuses. He says, would you want a private room, public, or would you want a private, or it's a private massage?"
I'll go with them.
She nods and she says 20 copper pieces. and she would lead you there. And it's after about 10 minutes of them kind of getting buckets and runners going out back and forth, filling up warm buckets of water, various soaps and rags, things like that, and smell goods, and a large stone basin that you can easily fit inside. Turn to Ramsey. Public house, private bath, private massage and bath, or private massage and bath.
He just raises the hand. He's like, public is fine.
By all
And
means.
some honey and bread, if you could.
She says 5 copper pieces.
Good. Do you have sugar cubes?
Yes. She says you can get for about 10 copper pieces, you can get a bag of about 50.
And he'll hand her the copper. He's like, that sounds good.
All right. They take up 2 slots because it's 50 fucking sugar cubes.
Fine.
Dude, it's a lot of. It's just like. But yeah, 100%.
Cool.
It's very nice. It is so. You all have probably been here, heard about it here before. All of the rooms are pretty much not connected, but like it's very thin walls. You're not sure what happens in the massage areas and like that, but it's definitely something's. People are making strange sounds in the massage areas. You're not sure what's going on, but
they know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is. Moving forward, you guys definitely clean things like that.
I imagine Ramsey's in the public is like the YMCA, just a bunch of old people naked, half
Bunch of old
robes,
folks just like you.
just like him. He's like, I don't give 2 damns.
Dude, like it's old guy.
Probably
like,
all
it's-
just sitting there farting in the water, looking at each other. Hey,
It's like the
really
old-
second guessing not going to the private room.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm about to say because my thing is that, man.
Every
Those
time.
old guys be wearing like the tightest speedos the world has ever seen. They be slinging, dude. But Eric's you're not mental. Anyway, you guys definitely recovering like that, and you guys gain. Ramsey only gets 1 temporary experience, a temporary HP. But everyone that went to the private one, it's a much higher quality bath. You get 5 temporary hit points. Feel rejuvenated. Feel nice. All being said, it is very late now. What are you all doing? It's like I'd say like 9 at this point. Yes, drinking, resting.
This is an inn and everything, right? Too.
Correct.
Okay.
yeah, eat and sleep, man.
All right.
It's
They
been a
say 20
long
copper
day.
pieces.
20.
Correct. This is a much nicer establishment, which means that it's less likely that you'll be robbed here because they actually have like guards that actually do their jobs. Than just like, oh yeah, this is my cousin. He works here part time.
Yeah, Ramsey's, there's not a lot he'd spend money on. He's not extravagant, but if they've got like some sweets, some pies or cookies or something, he's
dude,
a little fiend for it.
Oh, if that's the case, man, they got fucking the Fig Newtons. Like they got the OG.
Oh yeah, with that,
They got-
with
Yeah.
real fig.
real figs, real dates. Man,
Those are so
straight
good.
straight up and down. I mean, it's basically, and it's the fat one. So like,
He'll take
one
a
per
little stack of those with some coffee.
yeah, just and it's that Arabian. That shit is strong. It'll kill you, man. They definitely, but like, it's 1 per copper piece. These are like not no little bitty, the little thing. They're like long as shit. Like almost like a churros long. They're fucking massive. They're lightly dusted with like sweet brown shit, like brown sugar and cinnamon, a little bit of date filled in like figs and dates stuffed inside of it. I mean,
yeah,
this
he's
is-
savoring that. You see each one, he just carefully, slowly takes it, dips it in, takes a bite. Just
Yeah.
it's just an extravagance. He doesn't get in. You could see like, oh, and he's like a hardworking dude, so he's all kind of calloused
Yeah.
up and dirty, and he's just so good.
All I can think about, I'm not sure if you guys seen the Key and Peele like Continental Breakfast meme when he's like, that's
Yeah,
that's
kind of
the
like
thing.
that. He's just blown away. He's like, oh,
It's like-
continental.
He said he's like, oh, let's go to France and the croissant.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
it's if you don't know watch it straight. But I assume everybody else retires for the evening and Ramsey enjoys his night cruise.
As going to bed, I'm gonna grab Irene and just sort of pull her either into her room or into mine for a quick conversation. And he'll pull her in. I don't have access to the library. From what you said this thing is worth, where the hell would we even go to sell this thing?
Would you know of a good place to sell it?
You would not. That's definitely outside of your wheelhouse, currently speaking.
I have no idea, but I'll ask around.
Little studying, little reading up in the library to. I mean, if it's worth what you said you think it's worth, it's a shitload of money.
Yeah, you need to guard that with your life.
Why do you think I'm waiting to have conversations when there's not a lot of people around?
So,
Smart cookie.
what you would know, Irene, and this is, I assume you definitely, like, once you went to the library and things like that, you talked to some of the people there. What you do know is that the bones and things like that, like, cannot be repaired like normal metal, but as far as value, you do that it is comparable to mithril. And mithril, as far as rarity, is somewhere between legendary and rare. It's not as rare as omnixium. It's like a totally different thing, but it's exceptionally rare.
You might have to sell it to a private collector.
Well, I wouldn't even know where to begin to start to find that.
I'll look into it.
Okay, very nice.
That doesn't sound like a dangerous endeavor at all.
Irene, you definitely know 100 million% that people have raised cities for mithril. Be very. And this
She's gonna be discreet.
No. I'm just saying. As far as like little lore dumpy here, mithril is exceptionally valuable. People have definitely raided villages and like that for mithril, or where they thought they could find mithril. It's exceptionally rare. Stuff like this. Like I said earlier, shard bearers that have captured these creatures and basically forced them into submission to their will, have definitely forged weapons. So this is, it's not really a metal, air quotations, but it's essentially as good or as high quality as mithril. That all being said, night does fall. It is a new day. You guys obviously rest and wake up at a safe haven. So please level up.
Could I have purchased just a touch of Roca Nut, small touch of Roca Nut while I was there?
100%. And it's just pure. That's just
and I mean,
pure.
I like a two hits worth type of a thing.
She look at you like, oh, this guy's a lightweight, but they definitely give it to you. I'd say for 2 hits of the she has a that Colombiana, like about, that's like 35.
35? Okay. And he slips that into your hand, Irene, before you actually leave to go to bed. Like, I know you seem to work better when you're on this stuff, but be careful. And
You
he has
know,
I have no idea about that shit, so he literally just like this little.
Thank you.
you definitely know if he got this from where you think he got it from. This shit is very pure. Be very careful. Now you normally used to cut like it's pretty.
Yeah, she'll be cutting it this time.
Yeah, because it's definitely used to like more definitely stepped on. And don't forget, guys, you only get another hit dice every 5 levels.
Ooh.
Oh, it's 5. That's
That
right.
is-
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
5
Yeah.
levels.
God.
But-
Oh, I just
but-
get to re-roll though, right?
Reroll every
You
level.
re-roll every level, but
Correct.
All right.
holy shit! All
only-
right,
Yeah.
so I'm 3. 1 plus 1
So
plus
I
2
guess
stats.
just take the first 3 rolls. I don't know. Let me just.
Yeah. I mean, just roll like level 1, level 2, level 3, and you just keep the best one.
3.
7 is nice. A little bit of cushion.
4 plus 1 to 2 stats. 1, 2.
Ooh, Irene, there you go.
Let's see. And I get level. Question for you here, quick.
See.
The profession skill. I know we covered that
Yeah.
because that was something new. I can't remember what that was in.
It was basically like your techniques, like for your profession that you instead of getting like a profession increase, you just learn one of those skills related to your profession.
Yeah, I just gotta find that in our sheet now.
It should be like I think 2/3 of the way down. I think. For a survivalist, double check. Because it should be on the.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So you look at the master survivalist and then pick one of the skills that's in there.
So for you it'd be novice still. So it have to be like a novice like rank 1.
Yeah.
So when we're adding
Oh, I guess
the
I am level 5. I lied.
What's
hit
up?
die,
Correct.
are we taking the total or are we just taking the highest die?
Total.
No, the total, yeah. So
Okay,
whatever
okay.
you roll is and you can't
So her
roll
hit
worse-
points are 15 now.
Womp womp.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
1.
Just making sure I did that right.
So yeah, this is new, so I get it. So
You
yeah,
got-
I hit level
Wait.
6.
it's totally new. So
6.
um,
Profession point.
Good thing I got 14 on my first roll.
there you go. You're a little bit more beefier, but I think it prevents just snowballing so hard to so much HP so fast. It's a little more smoother.
Oops. 2, 8.
And also one reason why I like it too, because if you roll 3d8 and roll like a 4, that shit is soul crushing, dude. For real. This is a little bit more forgiving, even though you don't get as high, but you don't get as low either. It's less feast or famine. More like, but outside of Ramsey on level 1, if you roll a 1, yeah, you're it is what it is. But I like it. Yep. So yeah, definitely. If you go to the document, and you can pick a skill that you can obviously use. So novice level, unless you're level 10, which I'm not. You guys get a lot of experience, but I don't know. Yeah, just you can grab a novice skill at level 5, and then a level 10 is your profession entry. So you can either choose to reach, what is it, journeyman, or you can choose to be novice in a different profession.
What skill is? Because I think we're doing intelligence or wisdom for animal handling.
Correct.
It's either or.
Or both is both. Is definitely more. I'd say both. Those are the animal handler is definitely more of a wisdom and intelligence based profession. So those are the two you really want to focus on. I would say, for example, a soldier would be strength and constitution. But for a animal handler, it's definitely wisdom and intelligence. Those are the two main ones I would say.
Okay.
So with our profession point, we can bump up to journeyman.
No, because it's only your. So you only get to learn a technique,
Okay.
not a skill, not your
Got
skill.
it.
That's at level 10.
Correct.
Sorry.
I get it.
I was
Okay.
typing.
That's all good.
No, where the hell is
Where
animal
are you?
handler?
Oh yeah. So this is two. I think. So I think two. I think I like so. Yeah. I mean,
Who is the
honestly,
animal handler? I'm trying to find the.
it should
Oh, I
be.
got it. Yusuf.
No, it should be. If you go to it's probably in the. I would definitely check the document. It shouldn't be in there. I think in the document is nameless.
Yeah, it
Um,
just says master whatever.
It's master handler,
Yeah.
probably.
So you have bird caller, animal kinship, nature's aid, beast trainer.
Let me. I can resend it to you as well too.
Nope, I got it.
Okay.
And I am level. Oh, I got one more level to go. Haha. Okay.
You know,
Most
yeah.
animals start off with a higher reputation. Okay.
One. Oh, I gotta go back to look at this. That was 5. 6 level progression. +1 to any 2 stats. Okay. And did you end up you're capping it the 20, right? +10.
Yeah, for until yeah, it should say on the progression chart.
Yeah,
You
until
can
level
get
10.
higher.
At 20 it increases to 20. Got it. Okay. +1 there.
Yeah.
+1 there. /R 2d8. I'm at 10 HP.
Oof, man, you rolled low, didn't you?
I've rolled low on almost all of them. 10 was my highest. Yeah.
Oh, GG's. Yeah, I said, yeah, I see, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, Irene rolled well, man. She rolled a 15.
I know. Why
Like,
couldn't I get the two 8s like I did with the 3 6s on that one roll?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
alright,
I
that
think,
just mean Bookworm's a tank.
yeah.
Yeah,
With
I
the-
got
with
nat
the
one-
sling.
I
Never
got
see me coming.
nat ones on
the
my
sling.
2d8 roll.
There you go.
I upgraded to a crossbow.
There you go. Oh yeah, the blinky bitch. Okay.
Got rid of that sling. Went to
Yeah, she has. And she got that Mossberg now. She has heavy crossbow, man. I think
Are you guys
Oh.
gonna buy some new armor too, or are you keeping that Gambison?
well, the biggest
Um,
thing is that if you know what you plan on doing and things like that, because now you have money, and the exhibition has basically been done now. But there are also definitely other things you can do as well too, in the city now. So it all depends on what you guys want to do, next, or if you guys want to, because right now, as far as I'm aware, Irene wants to research the dagger, I think, but I'm not sure what everybody else wants to do. Also, thing two is what I want to point out to John/Ramses. The animal handler with money means that you can start training your own animals to sell things like war horses and things like that. You can start training animals to sell yourself and start breeding as well. So
Yeah,
if
but
you,
I gotta buy animals. It's expensive
true.
startup. And do I need land? Do I need property? Like, am I just doing it
you
out in
can
the open?
so
How does
you
that work?
can okay so you can rent out space from the stable master because they have all the amenities there too. So this is yeah, so essentially if you want to, like, for example, you're trying to raise horses or things like that, you can
Yeah.
definitely go to like the stable master, or you can definitely basically rent out some land just to kind of raise on something instead of having to buy a whole property. Can I just raise my cows, or whatever you have on your land, and usually a pretty small fee.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start with goats and chickens and
Do big.
build up.
Yeah, I mean, your animal handle, man. Yours is like definitely, like, as long as they're safe, it's definitely like one of the more safer options. Definitely more consistent until you can get to like war horses. Once you can start buying horses in bulk and start pumping out war horses. I mean, not very fast. When you start, get you a
Riding
collection.
horses are, I mean,
Yeah,
they're
riding horses, yeah,
super
so.
useful. Yeah, I think I'll buy a dozen. I don't even know how many chickens is reasonable. What's a coop, you think, worth of chickens?
Like 24, right?
Yeah, let's get 2
24
dozen chickens, and that's 24 copper.
Okay.
Whatever upkeep.
Yeah, and you could definitely mark your chickens and put them in a coop and things like that. I'd say every 2 weeks is be 24 copper pieces. I would say every 2 days you can get eggs, and I'll roll 2d12, and you get that many eggs per 2 days. Just let me know, and I'll keep the date updated. So whenever if you're in town, you can just pull out eggs to sell and things like that.
Yeah, we'll do that. And then maybe 2 more goats.
Okay.
3 goats for the milk. Really, maybe
Makes
sell
sense.
that.
You can sell milk. Also, you can sell fur. I mean, the wool. The wool.
Yeah, goats not really. That'd be more sheep.
A lamb, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Goats mainly. You just want that goat milk. You can do all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff with it. Make soap, lotion,
Cheese.
the
Alright,
milk
well,
itself.
Well, you can definitely get the definitely that there. Also, as well, yeah, you can definitely get goats, things like that. I would say as far as milk, let's say I've never milked a goat. I've been around
Neither
animals.
have I.
Like every
Neither
week.
have I.
Has anybody been around a goat? It's like every week or something you can milk a goat. I don't know how that works.
It's
Not goats specifically.
You can. It depends on what you can technically milk them every day. It just depends on how fast they produce.
Yeah, 2 to 3 liters a day. It says
Okay.
commercial enterprises typically milk their herd twice a day. Shit.
Okay, but like those are like specifically bred for like only, right? It's not like, yeah, because like modern. Okay, so it's never.
Well, yeah, they're definitely gonna have probably access to better
I'm
food
gonna
and stuff like that.
I
I
say
don't.
because
That's
yeah,
just
I'll say this.
Google.
I'll say every 2 days, just like your chickens. I'll say 2 to 3 liters or whatever. So whenever you get your chickens, you can get 2 to 3 liters of milk, of goat's milk. I think that's pretty reasonable. Because I think every day is like, I think that's like specifically bred for only and for milk, unlike a wild or a normal like
Yeah.
every day.
We'll
Until you
keep
get-
it like that. I'm not going to get too crazy and buy a bunch of
Yeah.
cows and stuff. I'll need a spreadsheet, get the farm simulator going.
Yeah, get the farm simulator, man. You're old, man. Didn't do all that stuff. Okay. So Ibrahima, did you want to get anything like that or anything like that stand out to you?
No, besides the armor, I want to find some training, probably more than anything now.
Okay. Training to be an explorer or like something else, like weapons.
Yeah, explorer's skills is what
Okay.
I would learn.
Okay. You definitely can, of course, if you're looking for the normal ones. Also, sorry. Also, as well, too, guys. If you guys want to kind of train and kind of work on gotta rework again. Okay, so remember how I got rid of all the weapon techniques, things like that? It doesn't exist anymore outside of like weapon traits. If you guys want to like work on a specific technique for your weapon and train for that, you definitely can. Those are options. It's just not a fast rule about it. But if you guys want to, if you're like a more of a warrior type things like that, or like for example, Amari's like a ninja warrior dude. If you want to use, like learn a staff technique or learn a special staff attack, he can just train, spend money and time to do that, and he could essentially kind of make his own technique that he can use whenever it is deemed appropriate. So that way, I don't have to generate 30,000 attacks, and if that's what you want to do, you can. You don't have to. I'm just saying it's an option. That being said, if you want to get your training for your skills, you definitely can. Standard was it? I think it's like 150 or 125 per 100 per week at novice rank. Just know that you can. So at your current level, unless you're level 10, you can only learn novice level skills. So you can't learn rank 2 or journeyman level skills in your profession. Not yet. Only until you hit like level 10 or Yeah, only level 10 actually. That's the only way.
Wouldn't you be I'm journeyman at level 5. What do you mean?
No, so you don't get your profession increase at level 5. You only learn a skill at level 5. So you learn one of your tech.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah, we were. I also want to
Okay.
pick up a
Only
hunting
profession
dog.
skill, I
I
get
want
it.
to start training him.
Okay, 100% you can. So you can definitely get up
Tricks.
a hunting dog, things like that. Train to hunt, snakes and like geckos and things like that in the wastes and things like that. You definitely can.
Just as a question, what
See,
beast trainer, expertise, training, animal handles, teacher, companions, wide range of tricks and abilities.
Mhm.
I mean, a dog fetching, maybe like grabbing and holding
Yeah.
someone down, that type of thing.
Yeah. So and also as well too is also much
Hunting.
so it's also much
everything.
easier, and it also expands to like so. For dogs, you can do that kind of because they're kind of already built to do that. But this is more for
Yeah.
like things like more exotic animals teaching them tricks, right? So
Like a hawk or something.
yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'd be more of like this, which is good. I'm just telling you, like, because even without this, you can still like a animal handler can train a dog to fetch things like that. This is for
Mhm.
like the hawks and the snakes and the stuff to do tricks like that. And that's the angle you want to like the kind of beast warrior you have all your animals attack. That'd be for this, where it's a lot because without it, it'd be much harder.
Yeah.
So it's really good because you can eventually get a hawk. It's not that hard to get a hawk or a falcon. And yeah, have them deliver messages, have them things like that. You want to do stuff like that? That's definitely that.
Cool.
For sure. So it's valuable. But yeah, you want to get your hunting dog, you definitely can. You don't need that to have it obviously fetch things like that because I mean, dudes that have secondary education can tell their dog how to.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can't fetch, nutty. But
dog's name is going to be Jumbo.
do you want a sheet for that as well too, or are you good?
No, I'll just keep it on my sheet. If it
Okay.
comes to it, we'll get one. But
That makes sense. Yeah. I can drop a token on the map if it ever does matter.
it'll probably be more flavor than
Okay.
combat's probably going to die in
Yeah.
1-2 shots.
Well,
It'll be more like tracking
well,
and helping out the survivalists and
it's
stuff.
as well too. If you want to get a dog at like a pit bull, something like that, and for like a war,
A war dog, yeah.
yeah, they existed. They're
Oh,
legit.
and they're no joke.
Yeah, no, they're no, like, dude, they'll fuck you up.
Yeah,
So
those like a Rottweiler will
yeah, fucking kill
fuck
you,
you
man.
up.
Yeah, so yeah, like a pit bull, something like that. Yeah, so stuff like that exists. So that's something if you want to get they're probably more expensive, or you can just get a normal.
Yeah, and they're probably a little bit more exotic than.
Yeah, but if you want to get a dog and kind of work on that, you can.
Yeah.
But I'm just giving you options that way you can spread out and then just like go like. And if you don't want to do Farm Simulator, you can kind of go the training for war thing, or you can do
Mhm.
that. Both options are there. I just want to give you more options instead of just like I have to be this. Anything else?
I am going to
I'm done.
train with my staff, especially knowing what it is I'm holding and waiting for the information from Irene.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do. I know you can do the 200 copper piece for 2 weeks of training, and your crits will ignore a number of DR equal to weapon dice. So essentially, like learning.
And you get so you already have that. So the 2 weeks just give you another damage dice.
Perfect. That's that's.
Yes.
Yep.
So you just get another. Okay. So you're spending 2 weeks on that. You're focusing on that while Irene does that, and obviously got an ops, but you can break the time up. You guys just clarify. So if you train for 5 days and you have to leave, you still have that 5 days of training. So
Yep.
definitely keep track of just in general. Keep track of your own training times, and if you guys can come back to things like that, that's imperative.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's literally what he's going to be doing, because I think for him it's just staying for Omari. At this moment it's staying out of anything that could be dangerous while he is holding this knife to make sure it does not go anywhere.
Mm-hmm. And I'll turn to Irene. Before we wrap this thing up, I assume that you are going to research the dagger that he gave you.
Yes, I'm gonna research the dagger and try to look into what sort of people would pay for something like it.
Yes. Okay. So you found this out in pretty much a day. So I'll just tell you here now, and we'll wrap this thing up. So, basically, as far as the dagger's value, as far as like it's just like as far as like a price, is that what you're trying to look for, basically?
Yeah.
Price and where to sell it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But the first thing, the price. The price of this dagger here, especially having some kind of pretty much like maker's mark with the ceremonial marks on it. This thing is worth somewhere between 50 and 150,000 copper pieces.
Okay.
And where, essentially, kings, queens, bandits, lord, some of the most dangerous people that could probably shard bearers, things like that. That's the only people that can actually afford to spend that much money on like a weapon, because they fight a lot. So the most dangerous people, they would buy it, but also they can also just take it. So you have to be careful too. You know that's definitely not something you should definitely flash around or even mention at all, because mentioning something like that will be mentioning I have a figurine of gold that's worth 50,000 to 150,000.
And that's also why, just to clarify, that's also why she is. I have the dagger. She is just looking up the information.
Oh, okay.
I don't have it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes, but okay. So that means that you can tell them actually whatever you want to tell them, then, Aaron. Actually, dun 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 dun. It's true. So no, I'm not saying trust anymore. I'm just saying it's true. Whatever. But
well, she had already kind of roughly said that it was worth a shit ton of copper.
And yeah, like mithril, and you can kind of on your own figure kind of close, or like not close, but like it's probably worth more than tens of thousands of copper. You would definitely kind of get that. But for sure, it's somewhere between 50 to 150,000, depending on how good the seller is and the need. But 50,000 is kind of low ball, and 150 is kind of high ball. Somewhere in there. Though yes, this kind of thing is exceptionally rare. All being said, unless there's any more questions, I think we'll wrap this session up here with the party, because that way we're not just leveling up and things like that. We'll wrap this thing up with the party leveling up and getting ready to figure out what they're doing next week. As the party had came back from their caravan, it ended, and like I keep telling you guys, I never know how the game's gonna go. Did I expect basically Irene to send them all to their doom? No, I didn't expect anything. So I'm glad, and this is what I'm saying, and I love it. I love the fact that anything can happen. It's no like, well, we're the heroes. Fuck it, you're just normal people. You're trying to get paid. So that makes sense for me. So shout out to you all, and I'll see you all next week. So be safe, be well, and keep on swimming. I love that.